type of team that they are.
Absolutely, and they've given the Knights fits over the last few years, especially the first half. First half, and Coach Brock Clay mentioned it earlier, how they'll drive, and just a mistake will happen toward the end. And when he said that, it just took me back to the last couple of years. That's the way that it's been. As you've looked over the history within the West Lauderdale Knights and Choctaw Central, this has been a team that looked like they could score at will, and then a mistake would happen within the red zone. I know last year and the year prior, I remember standing right here where we were on top of the press box 2 years ago, and it was like the drive just lasted forever, and then they would make a mistake there toward the end. But once again, we're just moments away from kicking off this game. Pre-game, of course, being brought to you by Battery One Source as well as Home Instead Senior Care. But the history between the West Lauderdale Knights, Choctaw Central, it's been really one-sided. Only one win for the Choctaw Central Warriors. That goes back all the way to 1999, 29-34. A 34-29 win for the Choctaw Central Warriors. But other than that, the Knights have dominated.
Yeah, you're looking at the record here. It looks like it's a 12-1 record. They've played 13 times and really been pretty one-sided. You know, the Knights have outscored the Warriors here of Choctaw Central 432 to 137. So, but again, you know, while it may appear one-sided, I mean, I think Coach Clay even mentioned in the pregame show a few minutes ago, this is possibly the best defeat, 0-7 team in the state of Mississippi.
Going over some of the stats, of course, getting you up to date on some of the offensive stats. KP, 49 of 102, and really coming into his own over the last couple of weeks. 589 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the season. The guy that we talked about last week, he accomplished a feat that many running backs want to have, and that's 4 digits, and that's 1,000 yards, almost 1,100 actually, 1,082 yards. Caleb Collins, I forgot his first name. Caleb Collins, I say it every week. 168 carries, 1,082 yards, 6 100-yard games, 14 touchdowns on the season. But look at KP in his running. 69 carries, 603 yards. 2 of those games with 100-plus yards and 10 touchdowns on the ground as well. Looking over the Knights' rushing game, it's 2,104 yards on the ground. That's outstanding.
Absolutely. And we've got a quarterback on our hands here at West Lauderdale that had the statistics that most high school coaches would drool over. You've got a quarterback with over 600, almost 600 passing yards and just over 600 rushing yards. He is the quintessential dual-threat quarterback.
First year playing. That's what's amazing about it. First year playing and has the output as he's done. Of course, we talked about Antonio Ratcliffe just a few moments ago. 27 receptions, 325 yards. C.J. Gathings, 10 receptions, 164 yards, just a freshman for that much as well. So we're going to go over the starters here coming up in just a matter of moments. We'll take a step aside for 3 minutes, come right back with more of your pregame show, as well as your FCA Pep Talk. FCA Pep Talk being brought to you by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. All on the way here during the pregame show, being brought to you by Battery One Source and Home Instead Senior Care, on the way here on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Imagine an elderly woman steadily carrying a pot of boiling water in her kitchen. Nervous shaking with the weight of the pot, the water edges dangerously close to spilling over. Who do you see? A loved one? If so, it's time to make the call. From personal care to memory care to transportation, Home Instead Care professionals help older adults live safe and happy lives at home. Visit homeinstead.com, call 809, or call the local number 601-286-3242. Ben and Sharisa Shirley, owners.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service, but the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Do you need a low-rate loan? You can trust Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union. We have competitive rates on tailored loan options for cars, home renovations, and debt consolidations. Stop by Meridian Mutual for your loan today.
Shop Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville now through October 24th for these specials and more. CAB Chuck Roast, $5.69 a pound. 12-ounce Carolina Pride Bacon, $3.99. Assorted Hamburger Helper, 2 for $3. Assorted Red Baron Classic Pizza, $5.49. 45-ounce Blue Bonnet Bowl, $3.49. And 2-liter Piggly Wiggly drinks, just $1.09. Remember steak night on Thursdays from 3 to 7 at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
Piggly Wiggly.
Now with your FCA Pep Talk, sponsored by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville on Q101.
Hey, I'm Grant Butler, and I'm a tennis player and senior at West Lauderdale High School. Life as a teenager can be difficult. The pressure of school, athletics, decisions, and responsibilities often discourage us. In addition, the world tempts and persuades us to fall into the traps of sin. Teens are simply overwhelmed by these daily distractions. Because of them, we sometimes forget our true identity and purpose in life. The Bible says in Matthew 22, verses 37 through 39, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like it, you shall love your neighbor as yourself." Jesus makes our purpose clear in these verses. Love God and love others. It's through Christ that we have fulfillment and joy. Our identity is found in Him, and it's because of His love that we are able to live.
Tune in next week for another FCA Pep Talk on Q101. WJDQ Meridian and Collinsville. Your hit music connection and home for West Lauderdale Knights football is Q101, a service of Digio Strategies.
Once again, welcome back to the pregame show, being brought to you by Battery One Source as well as Home Instead Senior Care. And thank you very much to Grant Butler over there at West Lauderdale. Got to see him this morning. Does a fantastic job as a senior leader there with the FCA at West Lauderdale. But we've got about 6 minutes remaining before the game begins between the West Lauderdale Knights as well as Choctaw Central Warriors. It is senior night here tonight for the Choctaw Central Warriors, and we've got captains about to make their way to midfield. With that being said, let's go over your starters for the West Lauderdale Knights. Captains are number 27, Hunter Moore. Number 4 for the Knights is Caleb Collins. Number 1, Cooper Luke. And number 33, Tim McDonald. I'll have to tell you a secret about Tim McDonald in a little bit. Don't let me forget, Clint. All right, so your starters for the West Lauderdale Knights offensively goes like this on the ground, or excuse me, on the front there, putting their hand in the ground, I guess I could say, led by number 54, Kendall Gaddy is number 54. On the guards next to him on his left-hand side, number 51, Bryson Alford. Number 58, Sam Clark on the right-hand side. Tackles goes like this, number 56, Carson Richardson, and number 68, Aiden Greenlee. Is the right tackle. Tight end tonight, number 62, Ray Spence. H-back, one of your captains for tonight, number 27, Hunter Moore. Receivers for the Knights, Chase Gathings, number 5, and Altonia Ratcliffe, number 3. Number 4, Caleb Collins, once again nearing that 1,100-yard mark, about 15 yards away. Caleb Collins, and number 7, Caden Peoples, KP for short. Defensively for the Knights, up front, number 76, Big Sean Cole. Number 63, Michael Carroll. On the defensive ends is Cade Germany. Number 25, Carson Smith, who leads the team in sacks, is your defensive end. Tim McDonald, linebacker, number 33. Jake Rogers, number 12. 11, Jack Davidson, rounds out the middle of the field. DBs goes like this. Number 1, Cooper Luke. CJ Gathings, number 16. Javion Wilson, number 17. And number 24, Jet Calvert. As far as your coin toss information, Clint, what you got?
Absolutely, Lee. We just finished the coin toss. Choctaw Central did win, and they have elected to receive. And so the Warriors of Choctaw Central here in right at 4 minutes will be receiving the opening kickoff.
Told you I was going to tell you a little secret about Tim McDonald. Tim McDonald owes me breakfast. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I shouldn't expect anything in return. I went to Piggly Wiggly to get my daily bacon, you know. I tell you about that quite often.
Daily bacon?
It's daily almost. I can, well, except for Sundays.
Wait, you fast from the bacon on the Lord's Day?
I don't think they're open on Sunday mornings. They may be, but I may have just told a fib there. Tim McDonald's behind me in line this morning, and I paid for his breakfast. So,
what time do you go? I'll get in line behind you.
He didn't want me to, but I paid for his breakfast. It was only $3. So.
Ooh, I get more than $3 worth of bacon when I buy bacon.
Getting ready for this kickoff tonight. 3 minutes away from kicking this football game off. Once again, I guess anybody, if you're down deep into high school football play, you kind of peek over your shoulder and see what's happening as far as other games. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what's happening with Newton County tonight. We'll, of course, try to keep you up to date on that game as well. But we understand one of the games, or one of the teams, they may not have played in district play last night, but one of the teams in our district did play last night. Is that correct?
That is. I was looking at the score. In fact, I didn't realize it until just a few minutes ago, but Northeast Lauderdale played Purvis last night. I believe the final was 35-16. I don't have the score in front of me, but I know it was something like that. Purvis defeating Northeast Lauderdale. Again, not a district game. Northeast Lauderdale still very much in contention for a playoff spot.
You from down around that area, not necessarily from, but you've lived down in the Hattiesburg area.
I have.
Got nice facilities over there at Purvis.
Absolutely, the Purvis Tornadoes, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Right now in a prayer here at Choctaw Central, so we'll pause until that is over.
Lord, as we depart tonight, I pray that you're with every single person as we go home, and that you make sure that we all come home safely. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Now for the national anthem. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem there in Choctaw Central, tribal language.
Absolutely. I was going to say, I believe that was their local, the tribal tongue here. And honestly, I don't know that I've heard it like that before.
I've not. No,
so that was a
nice.
really cool experience.
Very nice. Once again, just seconds away from both teams entering into the field, while West Lauderdale will be entering to our left. Choctaw Central will be entering to our right. If you're listening to us and normally like to watch the game on YouTube, we do apologize. This game will actually be rebroadcast on the YouTube channel. But of course, we're welcome you here on Q101 to listen live, or whether on the radio like normal, or on the app, or online. Of course, once again, we'll have that video rebroadcast after the game tonight. So once again, West Lauderdale entering in from our left, wearing their black helmets, white jerseys with black numerals, black pants with their white and gray stripe, while the opposing team, Choctaw Central, silver helmets with their maroon jersey with the silver outline and numbers, and maroon pants with that silver stripe down the side as well. Choctaw Central, numbers here pink in honor of breast cancer awareness.
Absolutely. You know, pink on the CC in the middle emblem, pink on the numbers, and then they even have the ribbons on about the 23-yard line on all four sides.
That reminds me, I saw an ad on Facebook with All-Star Team Sports. They're a sponsor of our coaches show during the pregame show, but they have a lot of the pink stuff that players like to wear. So if you're interested in getting some of that, you can go by All-Star Team Sports.
We seem to be in the middle of a standoff right now. Which team is going to come onto the field first? Both seem ready, but neither one's up. There we go. Choctaw Central coming onto the field.
You know, it's never fun to have an accident. There we go, fireworks out to our right.
Oh, I'd forgotten they do that.
Yeah. But last night we went to the East Central football game. Oh, wow. One of the cheerleaders just rocked a football all the way up.
I was going to say, I almost just got blasted.
But anyway, it was at East Central last night, Clint. There's another one. Oh, how in the world are they making it all the way up here? But one of the players, I see, it's okay. He's trying. But one of the players went face first as they entered the football field last night, and you got a feel for that because, you know, everybody's watching it.
I was going to say, you just hope that wasn't on YouTube.
Right.
But you know it was.
I don't know if you can find the broadcast somewhere, but if they show that, don't tell them I told you.
Look, don't take this the wrong way. I'm 100% pulling for West Lauderdale to win and win big. But I hope Choctaw scores at least one touchdown so they can throw the footballs again. I want to see if they – if not for this rail here.
So for the ones at home that may be listening and have no idea what we're talking about, we're, 3 stories up right now and quite a ways away from the track and the football field. And there was a gentleman throwing the footballs. You know what we're talking about, the little bitty footballs.
Yeah, the plastic ones.
The ones that don't really go too far. If you go. They were making it all the way up to this third deck of the press box.
Yeah, if there's not a black rail in front of us, I mean, it clears.
We would be getting paid.
Yeah, I would have a football for my 7-year-old daughter when I got home. or I keep it.
Yeah. West Lauderdale, once again, will be kicking off from right to left. As we said earlier, Choctaw Central won the coin toss and elected to receive. It's kind of backwards what we've really went from the last couple of weeks, few weeks.
Don't get me wrong. I expect West Lauderdale to lose the coin toss. That tends to happen a lot. But normally the team will defer to the second half. But Choctaw wanting to get out on offense first, put some points on the board, and set the tempo for the game. Worm burner of a kickoff. Oh, it gets behind the return man. He's got to pick that up, and he does. But he is going to be tackled on the 6-yard line. So outstanding job by the kickoff team, the Gunners, to get down there quick and make a stop, and that is going to pin the Warriors of Choctaw Central deep for this opening drive.
That actually reminded me, and we were talking about, or I was talking about the videos on Max Preps against Choctaw Central in Philadelphia. Choctaw Central had something very similar to that happen, and they ended up scoring, going all the way down the field after picking up for a touchdown. It was like a 90-something yard touchdown on kickoff return after having trouble with the kickoff return.
Well, if they have any kind of desires of putting this drive in the end zone, it's going to have to go 94 yards because, like I said, 93. I think they're going to put them on the 7-yard line. Maybe the
8-yard line.
8-yard line, inside the 10. Okay.
Right. Pistol formation for the quarterback for Choctaw Central. Hands the ball off right up the middle. You knew that's what they're in. He breaks it out to the right-hand side. There is a flag that comes in around 13, 14-yard line. More than likely it's holding. It's going to be coming back.
I believe I saw one of the offensive line downfield. He's going to get nailed for a holding call. We'll wait until we get the official signal, and that is what it is. Holding somewhere around the 13-yard line. So I'm not real sure if that would be half distance or a 10-yard penalty. We'll let you know here in just a second.
Cooper Wesley is your quarterback. Sophomore quarterback, standing 5'11", 165 yards. 23 was that recipient of the handoff, Malachi Morris. He was back there with this quarterback in the pistol formation. They'll break the huddle with a receiver all the way to that far sideline, West Lauderdale sideline. One receiver to this near side. Number 6 is Tyrus Stokes. Number 1 is Cruz Wilson.
All right, after they mark that penalty off, it is going to be 1st and 12 from the 6-yard line for Choctaw Central.
Quarterback will keep it, go right up the middle, then break it out to his left-hand side and makes a tackle at the 9-yard line. So pick up 3 yards, bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, again, trying to run it right up the middle, which we've seen teams have success in the past. And honestly, that first run, it got called back because of a hold, but it had some success in there as well. So again, quarterback draw right up the middle.
And once again, failed to mention this earlier, flag on the play earlier. That first play was, of course, being brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. 2nd down, 9 to go. Same formation, 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. Shotgun formation. Quarterback does have a back to his right, looking to pass, throws, and intercepts to Tim McDonald. Tim McDonald to the 15, breaks it to this near side, to the 10, around the 7-yard line. That breakfast did him well, right?
There you go. He can blame it on the bacon. But that was 100%. I mean, I can see it coming from up here. I mean, McDonald drops back into coverage, and he is right there waiting. I'm not real sure who the quarterback was trying to get it to. He was trying to throw it over his head, but hits McDonald between the numbers. Great return. And so the first drive for your Knights is going to start inside the red zone, inside the Choctaw Central 10, all the way down on the 6-yard line.
Tim McDonald has 3 interceptions within 4 games. Didn't have one last week, but he had a couple of tackles in the backfield. But he's had 3 interceptions now within the last 4 games. Tim McDonald, one of your linebackers.
The referees are huddling for some reason around the ball on the 6-yard line.
The Knights initially looked to go a heavy package. You got the brothers back there. You got Cade Germany as well as Hunter Moore in the backfield directly behind KP. That's a pretty big high backfield.
It is. That power has a lot of power.
Mm-hmm. Hand off to Hunter Moore. He's the setback back there, and he gets to the 2, maybe 3-yard line.
Yeah, like I said, that play starting on the 6-yard line, I think they're going to give him credit for a 4-yard carry. They got him marked down at the 2. So second down and goal from the 2-yard line here. Still in that same power package.
Second down and goal from the 2. Stay in formation like Clint just said. Handoff once again to Hunter Moore. Hunter Moore squeezes in. Does he get in there? No. They're going to say he's just on the outside of that end zone.
Yeah, he's inside the 1. He got tripped up and fell forward. But like I said, just kind of they're going to mark him down on about the 1-foot line. I mean, you could spit into the end zone from where they are.
A tight formation, and they're going to keep the ball in KP's hands, and he'll go into the end zone for the first score tonight. 1 yard out. 10-14 remaining here in the first quarter. West Lauderdale from a Tim McDonald interception. KP would score 3 plays later on a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 6-0.
You got to love that play on that short yardage to go. That's where the offensive coordinator, the head coach, they tell your big offensive lineman, hey, if we can't get a foot, we don't deserve it.
Right.
And they sure enough got it.
Knights going for 2 here. Cooper Luke going to try to get into the end zone. Does he?
He's in.
They're going to say no good. Ooh. No good. I thought he did get in there, but undoubtedly we're quite a ways away.
Say they have a better angle than we do, so we'll trust them.
But hey, 6 points off the turnover there. 10-14 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll be back on Q101.
Introducing Douglas Orthodontics, where smiles are transformed into works of art. Discover the difference of personalized care and the latest in orthodontic technology for both children and adults. Our expert team is dedicated to crafting the perfect smile, from traditional braces to cutting-edge Invisalign. We have the right solution for every smile. Unlock your true potential and embrace the confidence you deserve. Call 601-483-4522 to schedule your consultation today. Douglas Orthodontics, where your dream smile becomes a reality.
More Friday nights under the lights with the Knights are here on Q101.
Welcome back here to Choctaw Central. Wonderful facilities. Always love coming up here to Choctaw Central, broadcasting on top of the press box, but it is an overhang, so we're protected from any elements except for flying footballs. But Tim McDonald saw a flying football in front of his face a few moments ago and intercepted it for the West Lauderdale Knights, took it back to the 8-yard line, and the Knights would score a couple plays later on a KP 1-yard touchdown run. The Knights lead 6-0 here in the opening moments of the football game, and the Choctaw Central Warriors will break it out from the 4. He's up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and falls forward to about the 22-yard line. Once again, Choctaw Central had their first drive interrupted by an interception from number 33, Tim McDonald.
Yeah, nothing about that first drive for Choctaw went how they wanted it to. First off, they were pinned deep inside their own 10-yard line. First play, you get nailed for a holding call. Second play is just a very short yard run. And then the next play is an interception returned back to the 6-yard line. So they're hoping to have a little better luck here on their second drive.
Here we go. Once again, Cooper Wesley, quarterback, sophomore quarterback, and a little bit some early movement from the running back, but didn't get called for it. Might not have got – yeah, he does fall forward for about 2 yards. So second down, 8. Looked like he was stopped there at the line of scrimmage, but he did fall forward once again for 2 yards. Bring up second down and 8 as they'll spot the ball at the 24-yard line. Once again, the yard markers, the numbers, all pink tonight. Pretty sure it's been that way all October in honor of breast cancer awareness. Have the ribbons around the 22, 23-yard line of each respective marker. Second down and 8 once again. Wesley, your quarterback, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to this near side, looking to throw. Looking to throw deep. He's got a man. Number 1 against number 1. Does he hold on to it? No. He almost made a one-handed catch there, Clint.
That was a good pass. Hit him right where he was. Good coverage. Cooper Luke running stride for stride with him. And almost a just top 10 level catch. He reaches out with one hand and almost brings it in. We're talking that's like the Odell Beckham style catch that we've seen. But either way, that falls incomplete. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for Choctaw Central on their own 24-yard line. Looking to the sideline, waiting on the call to come in. Do we not? I just noticed we don't have a running play clock.
Nope.
I'm assuming they're keeping the play clock.
They have a play clock, but it's set at 0.
And so that's something for us to look. The back judge is going to be keeping that, and he'll give a signal to the quarterback whenever he has 5 seconds left.
Quarterback looking to pass. Got his receiver, number 2, makes the connection. That is a first down made right there at the 35-yard line. Might have gotten up to the 36-yard line. If you're hearing a band in the background, that's actually the Mighty Night Marching Band that's directly across from us about, 75, 100 yards?
Yeah,
they're playing. They're getting rowdy over there, aren't they?
Yeah, they're about 100 yards. And if you've never been to Choctaw Central, to their stadium, the visitors' bleachers are not centered on the field. Like, it runs basically from the 50-yard line to beyond the end zone. And so our band is deep in the end zone. And to be able to hear them this far, it's just kind of a testimony to how good they are.
First down and 10. Handoff goes to number 23, Malachi Morris, a gain of 1 yard. 2nd down, 9 to go. Going back to our Mighty Night Marching Band, they got state playoffs. It was not playoffs. State championship,
state competition, yeah.
There you go. Thank you from that. But that's next week around the Jackson area, I believe.
Yeah, I believe. Did they go to Neshoba Central a couple of weeks ago for the competition and came out with all ones and just an outstanding performance? Great job by our marching band, and excited to see them compete here in a couple of weeks.
Looking to pass, and Tim McDonald about had him another interception right on the 40-yard line.
He jumped the route, and there was nobody ahead of him. If he catches that, he's probably in the end zone. But either way, breaks up the pass, brings up 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 9 for Choctaw Central on their own 37-yard line. Having to get to the 46 for a first down, and dangerous pass for Choctaw Central, and just very fortunate to have the ball still.
Move those receivers onto the far side. Once again, Choctaw Central moving left to right. 2 receivers on the far side. Quarterback in shotgun formation, looking over to his left, throws it out to his running back sitting there, and going to get a first down just barely, about a half a yard.
Yeah, just a little swing pass out to your running back, and needing to pick up 9. He picked up about 9.5 before Cooper Luke's able to bring him down. But that is going to be enough for a first down. In fact, they've got him marked on the 46, which is where he needed to get. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors of Choctaw Central. They're on 46-yard line. And having a slight amount of success in the passing game if it's not thrown to the other team. I mean, it seems like the pass is going to be completed to somebody in a jersey.
And quarterback keeper here breaks it out to the right side and gets hit at the 50, and ball comes free, but I think he was down. Cooper Luke jarred that football loose, but believe he was down at the point of contact. But 2nd down, 5 to go as he crosses into Knight territory from the 49-yard line. 7:39 remains here in the first quarter. Knights lead 6-0 on a KP 1-yard touchdown run. Actually, they'll put the ball at the 48-yard line. So 2nd down and 4 to go. First down would be at the 44-yard line. Or 39. No, I said, 44-yard line. Quarterback hands it off to number 23, goes off to that far side. Once again, Malachi Morris gets enough for a Choctaw Central first down at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Morris running off tackle on that left side. But not a whole lot of contact until he got met by defensive back. So good job by the offensive line of Choctaw Central to clear that hole. But that is going to bring up another first down for the Warriors here on the West Lauderdale 41-yard line.
2 receivers to this near side. Quarterback hands off once again. Morris goes right up the middle. Nothing there. Host of Knights brings him down.
It looks like they're going to.
One side judge says 1 yard. The other side judge says nothing, but we'll see where they put the ball.
They're going to mark him for a 1-yard gain on the 40-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Warriors. Man, how great is
the weather?
Football weather. I love it.
Quarterback in the shotgun has his running back, Malachi Morris, to his right-hand side. Wesley looking to pass, looking to go deep. He does have a receiver, but Cooper Luke is right there with him. Nothing, comes up with empty-handed there. 3rd down, 9 to go.
Yeah, that pass meant to go to number 2, Keyshawn Ben, junior wide receiver, and got a little speed on this side with the wide receivers, but great job with Luke running stride for stride with him. The pass just overshot him a little bit and going to fall harmlessly to bring up 3rd down and 9 on the 40-yard line, and really depending on what you do here, probably in 4-down territory. But again, waiting to see. Again, play clock is not operating, so we can't give you anything on that. The referees are keeping it on the field.
The 2 receivers to this near side. 3rd down and 9, looking to pass. Quarterback finds his receiver number 2, but not enough for a 1st down. He's going to be close, but not quite. About 2 yards shy of a Choctaw Central 1st down. It'll be 4th down and 2 for the Warriors.
Yeah, and no hesitation. Offense staying on the field, not even thinking field goal, and definitely not punt at this position. So 4th down and 2 here on the 33-yard line for the Warriors, and they are going to call a timeout. They're going to think about this for a second.
Timeout on the field, timeout here as well. 6-0 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
All-Star Team Sports is here to get you in the game, no matter what you're looking for. From football helmets, shoulder pads, mouth guards, receiver gloves, T-shirts, local team jerseys, hoodies, caps, and even stadium seats with your favorite local team's logo on it. You'll always call the right play when you team up with All-Star Team Sports.
1124th Avenue, or check them out on Facebook.
Hey, we're your West Lauderdale Knight class of 2024, and you're listening to Q101.
Welcome back here to Choctaw Central. It's 5:48 left here in the first quarter. The Knights lead 6-0. And Choctaw Central on their 2nd drive of the game face 4th down and 2 on the Knights' 33-yard line. They called a timeout to think something over. However, they're bringing that offense right on back out, right?
Yeah, and you know, you never want to burn timeouts just for the sake of using them, but, you know, 4th down, driving the ball, you want to make sure you got the right play, make sure everybody understands their job, their responsibility. So probably a good timeout used.
Quarterback Wesley, shotgun formation, looking to pass. He is looking to pass, and almost picked off once again. Guess who? 33, Tim McDonald. And we are halfway through the first quarter, and Tim McDonald has had 1 interception, 2 pass breakups.
Yeah, and on that situation, you know, the one before, he probably could have come down with that.
Right.
This one does a great job diving to knock the ball away, and that's going to bring up a turnover on downs. And so your West Lauderdale offense coming back out on the field, starting this drive, a little worse field position than last time.
I would
say
so.
Last time starting on the Choctaw Central 6. This time they're going to be on their own 33-yard line.
2 receivers to the far side for KP, and the Knights looking to pass on the first play to Gathings. Gathings makes the connection. Does he lose the football? He does. But I believe a Knight jumped right back on top of it. They're going to say incomplete pass.
Yeah, you have one receiver throwing, one referee throw the beanbag, but the referee closest comes out and immediately starts calling incomplete. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Knights.
You have Antonio Radcliffe, who had a real nice game last week on the left-hand side. Gathings on the right-hand side. Caleb Collins in a pistol formation behind KP, and he'll get the handoff. Comes to this near side, trying to find a lane, but does not find one. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 9 for the Knights.
Yeah, just trying to stretch that out, trying to get the corner, and good defense, good speed on the defensive side for Choctaw. Forced them out of bounds, unable to were not willing to surrender that edge. So you're right, Lee, that'll bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 for the Knights here on their 2nd drive of the night.
2 receivers right for KP. KP rolling out to his right, bootleg pass. Makes the connection to Radcliffe. He's at midfield and out of bounds. That'll be a nice gain to the 49. They're going to say he was out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
The Knight 49, not going into Choctaw Central territory quite yet, but on a 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9, good pitch and catch there between KP and Radcliffe to keep the chains moving. keep your offense on the field. So 1st and 10 for the Knights here right around midfield.
Both receivers to this near side once again as the Knights move right to left, looking to pass again. Antonio Ratcliffe once again as well, and another connection is made. Another first down is made.
Yeah, just a quick slant there behind the linebackers there for Ratcliffe, and a great job to get behind the linebackers, stay in front of the defensive backs to where a good pass, which is what we got, and the only person who can come down with that is your guy. So
that was a 13-yard pass from KP to Ratcliffe, and handoff to number 4, Caleb Collins. Collins all the way down to the 31-yard line. Gain of 7.
Yeah, 6, 7. We'll wait and see exactly where they spot it, but good solid yardage on that first down run. They're going to say 7-yard carry, 2nd down and 3. They're right around the 41, having to get down to the 30. I'm sorry, the 31, having to get down to the 28.
Once again, the Knights lead 6-0 on a 1-yard quarterback keeper from KP, but they face 2nd down 3. Looking to pass again. Gathings comes down with it. He's down to the 20-yard line. How about a different style of offense?
Well, and
than you'd expect from the Knights.
And a lot of different receivers, finding the ball. So good job for KP, spreading the ball around, not focusing on any one guy, and keeping the defense honest, not letting them just sit in the box and expect a run. But that's going to bring up 1st and 10 right on the 20-yard line. Hand off to Collins.
Collins got open running room to the 15. A flag comes in. He's got a first down, but that may be coming back.
Yeah, that's in the area of holding, and we're going to see exactly what they call, but not expecting this one to stand.
Flag is thrown around the 19-yard line, so if it's counted from there to be about a 1st down and 19. Yep, that's what it looks like it's going to be. Holding. Flag on the play, once again being brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Chris McDonald. Tell you what, when Chris McDonald stepped onto that, got on board with that flag on the play sponsorship, I don't know if he knew his name was going to be called this much.
And you have to wonder, you listen to it on the radio. Hopefully we're not associating any kind of negative.
Right.
He's not responsible for the flag, just to make sure everybody's aware.
Quarterback keeper from KP, but not much there as big number 50, was that 54 for the Warriors? And I apologize, we don't have a 54 on our roster here that we were given, but I do apologize for that. But big old gentleman there made the tackle, 1 yard.
He was actually one of the captains. I was trying to figure out who he was and couldn't give it to you.
2nd down, 18 to go. Following that, of course, a holding penalty a couple plays ago. They'll move 2 receivers right. That's Ratcliffe and Gathings. Ratcliffe in the slot to the right. Pistol formation. He'll send Moore in motion. Handoff goes to Caleb Collins. Collins finds a little crease, but not much. Gets up to the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 14 for the Knights, who lead 6-0 in the first quarter. 3.5 minutes left in here in the first quarter. Pretty much in 4-down territory here. Wind kind of kicking up here tonight.
You say 4 down. You've got a kicker who can make this kick. So
here's KP, quarterback passing incomplete against, let's see, number 5 was the intended receiver, Gathings, but just over the tips of his fingers.
Yep, looks like the offense is going to stay on the field, though. Nope, here comes the kick.
42, and he's that's his long this year is a 42-yard kick, so this would be equal to that. Well, actually, they're lining up at the 31, so it would be a 41-yard attempt. Once again, wind is blowing in, so that's what you got to look out for. Here he is, Cooper Luke, with an attempt here for a 41-yard. Does he get in there? He does. Extend the Knights' lead to 9-0. That's again 9-0 with 3:04 remaining here in the first quarter.
I think we may have found his limit as well.
41, 42 yards.
Yeah.
We'll be back here on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knights football.
Following a 41-yard kick from Cooper Luke. Knights extend their lead 9-0 with 3:04 remaining. And what you were referring to just a few moments ago, it just barely got over that crossbar as far as Cooper Luke's kick. And once again, another on-the-ground kick will go out of bounds, not necessarily because of the kick, but because it was fielded. But it'll go out of bounds around the 25, 26-yard line. So,
and if you're sitting here listening and thinking, why was that not a penalty for going out of bounds? One of the up men, because it was kind of a low line drive kicking off the ground, not a true onside, but it was definitely a worm burner. It was touched in the field of play about 10 yards before it went out of bounds. And so because of that, it is not a illegal kick, which is why no yards were tacked on to that.
They have a dangerous return man as far as back there, so that may be the reason why the last couple of kicks have been on the ground such as that. Pistol formation for the quarterback. Hands the ball off to his running back there to his backside. Gets about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, bring up second down long.
Yeah, great job by that interior of the defensive line. We've kind of picked on them a little bit over the last few weeks, giving us some pretty hefty yardage, especially in the first half, but doing a good job here early against Choctaw Central, and especially on that play, just giving up less than 2 yards. It looks like maybe a yard and a half gain.
Second down 8, long 8 for the quarterback, number 5, Cooper Wesley. Once again, a sophomore quarterback. Always been very impressed with their quarterbacks here at Choctaw Central. 2 receivers here to this near side before taking one and moving him in motion. Looking to pass, though, and tip there. I believe that was number 24 for the Knights that came up big with that tip, and that was number Jet Calvert, number 24.
Absolutely. Yeah, great job by Calvert. And again, the quarterback just trying to get it over those guys and unable to do that, either underestimating the size or the vertical that they have, but able to knock that away and bring up third down and a long 8 here for the Warriors. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Long first quarter.
I was going to say, I was literally about to say that. With them passing as much as they have, and incomplete passes stops the clock.
Yep.
And so this first quarter kind of dragging along, but
and West Lauderdale's passing more than normal in the game here tonight. 2 receivers to this near side. Once again, Choctaw Central moving left to right. Wesley calling for the signal there, and another pass attempt. Incomplete. Actually almost picked off once again. This time the other Gathings, I'm sorry, that's number 16. That's number 16. CJ Gathings almost comes up with an interception for the Knights.
Yeah, I don't know what the miscommunication was between the 2 wide receivers, but anytime you have 2 receivers there within 5-6 yards of one another, somebody messed up, because inevitably what's going to happen is you have 2 receivers, but you've got 4 defensive backs there, and that is not the kind of equation you want for success on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, 2 minutes, 11 seconds into the first quarter, and this is the first punt of the night for either team. Of course, there are a couple of possessions. This is now the 3rd possession for the Warriors. Travion Mosley almost makes a huge mistake around the 32, 33-yard line. I don't know if that wind kind of stopped for a moment there, but couldn't connect with the football, couldn't receive the football, and there was a couple of Warriors right there in the vicinity that could have jumped on it, but Travion gets on top of it.
Absolutely, signals a fair catch and unable to rein it in the air, but jumps on that ball to kill it and bring up a 1st and 10 for your Knights on their own 33-yard line. Did you see what I saw on the punt? It looked like it could have been blocked, but
Jet Calvert.
Yeah.
Here's a handoff going to Caleb Collins. Collins, after a gain of about 6, gets stopped.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a scheme. That's a play call there. Whenever you see the guy just stop before he gets to the punter, the coaches basically said, look, the offense is getting the ball back. Don't take a chance on roughing him. Let's just make sure he doesn't run.
Second down and 5 after a 5-yard carry. Caleb Collins gets a first down and a couple of more as he gets to the 45-yard line.
But what that means, going back to that punt, that is Coach Clay saying we have all the confidence in the world in our offense. And so we don't need necessarily the block. Let's just make sure they don't retain the ball.
Knights moving right to left, closing moments here. The first quarter, Knights lead 9-0. KP looking over the field, looking to pass, looking to go deep to Antonio Ratcliffe. Was it picked off? Yes, it picked off to the 35, to the 40, 45 midfield, 45, 40, and will step out of bounds around the 34-yard line. I don't know if he got out of gas there or not, but.
Well, I think he looked up and realized he only had a couple yards left before he got met by some white jerseys. But either way, great starting field position on this drive for the Warriors. They're going to start on the Knight 34-yard line.
That'll be KP's 4th interception on the season. Had a receiver, but he was double covered as well.
Yeah, and the receiver did have a step, and basically that ball just came up a little bit short. Again, throwing into the wind, but either way, Choctaw coming up with the interception here.
Choctaw Central, 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. Quarterback keeper, though. Wesley will keep it, go after that far side. And Tim McDonald trying to get that football away from the quarterback, and knew he had some other white jerseys around him, and you can do that when that's the case, right?
Yeah, knowing that there's very little chance of him slipping away, so why not go for the ball when you can? But either way, after that short run by the quarterback, they're scoring a 2nd down and 9 after a 1-yard carry.
And I don't know if Wesley was trying to put his shoe back on, but he did come up a little limping there initially when he got off the field. 2nd down, 9 to go for the Warriors. Once again, moving left to right in West Lauderdale territory at the 33-yard line. 29 seconds remains here in the first quarter. 2 receivers to this near side. Wesley calls for the snap, looking to pass. Swings out to number 2 to this near side and tackled immediately. Number 24, Jet Calvert. Picked up only a 1 yard before Jet Calvert came over and made the tackle.
Yeah, great open field tackle there by Calvert. Because if not him, he'd have picked up several more yards. There were some white jerseys coming in, but they weren't there yet. So good job by Calvert to bring him in.
That should be the last play of the first quarter. We're going to step aside as well. Come right back. Once again, the Knights lead 9-0. First quarter's in the books. Second quarter on the way next here on Q101.
Imagine an elderly woman steadily carrying a pot of boiling water in her kitchen. Nervous shaking with the weight of the pot, the water edges dangerously close to spilling over. Who do you see? A loved one? If so, it's time to make the call. From personal care to memory care to transportation, Home Instead Care professionals help older adults live safe and happy lives at home. Visit homeinstead.com, call 809, or call the local number 601-286-3242. Ben and Sharisa Shirley, owners.
More Friday nights under the lights with the Knights are here on Q101.
Coming back in for the second quarter, I want to give you an update because of how that this is big implications for playoffs for the Knights and how our district's going to play out. Looking up at a quick score, Newton County playing Leake Central, and it looks like Newton County has an early lead in the first quarter, 27-12. So jumping up big there in the first quarter. Newton County obviously being the team that we will host next Thursday night. Final night, senior night, last regular season game of the season for the Knights. And so
not only that, I mean, what about you look at the implications, but this game between West Lauderdale and Newton County has turned into a huge rival game, not only in football, but baseball, softball, basketball, whatever. When you have Newton County Cougars against the West Lauderdale Knights, it's a huge game, and you put on district championship possibilities there.
Oh, yeah.
What about a huge game? 3rd down, 8 to go for the Warriors. Now moving right to left, looking to pass is Wesley. Wesley got a receiver, number 6 there at the first down marker, and he will make the connection at the 22-yard line. Yeah, well enough for a first down.
We're sitting up here by the head baseball coach for West Lauderdale. We know how much he loves playing Newton County. Always going to be a close game. I think he's ignoring me right now.
Well, no, he's got headphones on.
Yeah,
He can't hear you.
But always a hard-fought battle. I love watching them play in any sport. But you're right, Lee, when you tack on district championship, winner take all, man, it's going to be an exciting atmosphere next week. So if you're listening on the radio, look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday night next week, not Friday, Thursday night, as the game will be hosted by West Lauderdale against the Cougars of Newton County.
Pistol formation for the Warriors. Wesley will put in the belly of Morris. Morris gets tackled.
They may mark him down for a loss. Great penetration by the defensive line, not giving up any ground. In fact, forcing a loss there for the Warriors. We're going to have 2nd down and 11 right around the 23-yard line.
Once again, Knights lead 9-0. Got 6 points on a 1-yard quarterback keeper from KP, and then a 41-yard field goal kick from Cooper Luke. You said that may be his limit, but that wind was kind of pushing in. He might have had a couple more yards on that without that win. Quarterback looking to pass to that right-hand side, and does it get? No, actually a reception is made after the tip.
Okay, that was
nice.
That's one of those looky what I found. Right. The ball gets tipped in the air by a defensive back, and it just falls into the breadbasket of the receiver who happened to be standing there. But on the 2nd down and 11, that's going to be about a 6-yard reception, and we're going to have 3rd down and 5. Right around the 17-yard line.
Definitely 4-down territory for the Warriors. Not sure on their kicker, but I mean you're down by 9.
Yeah, and they went down. They went for it on a 4th and 2 in what would have been considered field goal range earlier in the game in the first quarter, and so barring a major loss of yardage here, you got to think this one, no matter what, they've got at least one more play in them.
All right, once again, 3rd down and 5. From the 17-yard line of the Knights. Looking to pass is Wesley. Wesley got it and picked off. Tim McDonald's got his 2nd interception of the night. What about a perfect timing, though? And Coach Clay talked about this. That you have a drive that's going and going and going, and then they make a mistake in the red zone. That's just what happened. Tim McDonald's 2nd interception of the night in the red zone. How about that?
Hey, that's a great way to – what'd you say? He's now got 4 in the last 4 games?
Well, now he's – yes, that'd be correct. 2 in this
4
game.
in the last 4. So great job by McDonald to get the ball back in your offense hands, and they're going to look to extend this lead here early in the second quarter. 9:52 left in the second quarter as our offense comes back on the field. West Lauderdale holding a 9-0 lead over the Warriors of Choctaw Central.
And Choctaw Central band is playing the Mortal Kombat theme down there. Caleb Collins with the handoff goes to that far side. He's up to the 20 and pushed out of bounds just prior to the sticks. So I believe he's going to be about 2 yards shy of a first down.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down right there at the 24-yard line, needing to get to the 26.
Did you ever play Mortal Kombat?
Oh, yeah, I did. I had a Sega Genesis growing up, man. I had the original one.
Yeah.
16-bit.
Yeah, Scorpion. 2nd down and 2. You never know what we'll talk about.
Now I want to go play Mortal Kombat.
Exactly.
Not the new one with the graphics. I want the pixelated one.
The old one, yeah.
Exactly.
KP with a quarterback keeper. He's got a first down to the 32-yard line, 33-yard line.
Had a couple of players, a big defensive line. That's a big defensive lineman. Got tangled up with an offensive lineman there in the backfield. Glad to see both of them up and, moving around. No injuries, so good to see on that. They were down a little bit late, but either way, that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Knights on their own 33-yard line.
2 receivers this near side, Ratcliffe and Gathings to this near side. KP will hand it off. I believe that was Caleb Collins. I thought initially that was Travion Mosley, but
that's going to go down as a 1-yard loss. Defensive lineman penetrates in the backfield and waiting on the handoff. So
Gathings hasn't had the game that we're normally, or not, excuse me, Gathings. I'm talking about Caleb Collins hasn't had the game that we've normally called for him in the first half, but we've actually thrown the ball more.
I was going to say, been more passes called than we're accustomed to seeing.
2nd down and 11. I believe that's the Knights going to draw the Warriors offsides.
Yeah, that's one of those. If the referee was mic'd, it'd be offsides on the entire defensive line. Every one of them jumped on that hard count.
Flag on the play, once again being brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. So
hey, look, that was a positive Chris McDonald flag. We like those.
2nd down and 6 following that penalty. Same formation for the Knights. KP in the shotgun, Caleb to his left, and KP quarterback keeper. Not much there, about a yard as KP just kind of shoots forward after seeing that lane closed up. So about a 3rd down and 5 to coming up. 8:45 remains here in the first half. Knights lead 9-0.
We'll give you some stats at the half like we always do, but, man, just not a whole lot of running room we're finding. We've had a couple go for a 7, 8, maybe a 9-yard run, but just not a whole lot happening here on the ground.
Same formation. And once again, I believe, we have some Warriors pointing toward white jerseys, but I'm not too sure what the officials saw. This is going to be going against the Knights. Once again, flag on the play brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. So this will be a 3rd down, 10 to go now since with that penalty.
Yeah, again, I think just a hard count, trying to draw them off, and didn't see who it was, but just a little bit of a movement by an offensive player and forcing a 3rd down and long, 3rd and 10.
KP looking to pass and got his receiver, Gathings, and he was hit right there at the point of contact. And it's going to bring up 4th down and long. 4th down, 10 to go from the 33.
Yeah, punt team coming out on the field, going to, I believe, the first punt for the Knights tonight.
How about this defense, though, for Choctaw Central?
Yeah, playing strong so far. Both defenses playing really well. Fairly low-scoring game here with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter.
Cooper will be standing at his 20. Return man for the Warriors. I believe that's number 2, Keyshawn Ben. Yeah, number 2, Keyshawn Ben, is standing around the 34-yard line. Thought I heard a whistle blow, but I don't see a flag. Going to catch it, going to receive it at the 30. He eludes a couple of Knights. There should be a block in the back there around the 34-yard line. Should be coming back. Guess who's the recipient of that block in the back is number 33. He's
Chris McDonald.
No.
State Farm.
Tim McDonald.
Hey, who's the flag sponsored
flag
by?
On the play is Chris McDonald. Tim McDonald was the recipient of that block in the back. A lot of McDonald's around here.
Yes, good run back by the return man for Choctaw Central, but that's going to be negated by a block in the back.
And last week there was a special captain named Craig McDonald. We got any more? We passed the McDonald's.
Ronald.
Got to back the ball up to the 29-yard line. First down and 10 for the Warriors. Yet to get in the end zone. 7:58 remaining here in the first half. Drive was promising a few moments ago, but they've thrown 2 interceptions. Wesley has thrown 2 interceptions tonight. Both by McDonald, Tim McDonald. 2 receivers to this near side. Shotgun formation. Looking to pass is Wesley. Throwing deep. He's got a man, but definitely not thrown toward him.
No, that one probably fortunate that it wasn't a catchable ball.
And we have a flag around the 29-yard line, flag on the play, 24-yard line, excuse me. Flag on the play brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Not sure what happened. Our attention was downfield, but it's a Warrior down around the 23, 24-yard line, but that's flag right there next to him. So injury timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. Knights lead 9-0. We'll bring that information, the flag on the play, coming up after this. 7:52 remains here in the first half. 9-0 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call Alpha Agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
Can't make the game? The Knights are live on Q101, the app, the Echo, and Q101radio.net.
Welcome back here to Choctaw Central. Once again, 7:52 remains here in the first half. Knights lead 9-0. Had a 1-yard quarterback keeper from KP earlier tonight. Actually, in one of the first moments of the first quarter, KP would score the first points of the game, and then a 41-yard field goal kick from Cooper Luke. That's the 9 points for West Lauderdale.
Yeah, as we're standing here, as we're looking out on the field, first off, we haven't gotten a signal as to what the flag actually is, but more importantly, the player is still on the ground. Have you been able to see who it is yet?
I'm pretty sure it's the center, as we have another center, number 55, warming up on this near sideline. Did not get the number, but once again, we have another center warming up with the quarterback here on the sideline. So,
It's a white jersey.
it's a silver top. Yeah.
Again, like Lee said a few minutes ago, both of our attention was downfield at the pass that was probably 40 yards downfield. And you know, as soon as our gaze was brought back to the original line of scrimmage is when we saw a player down. So it looks like they're working on the right leg. I mean, it's hard to tell from. I'm making an assumption, a guesstimate, but
looks like they're going to try to bring him up now. At least get his. There you go. 77 is the number. 77 is Kesman Carter. And he is up, and not able to put much weight on that. Looks to be left leg, like Clint alluded to just a few moments ago. So it's good news of him getting up. Yeah, he's not able to put much weight on that left leg. But still have not got word on the flag. Once again, flag on the play brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. With the initial look of Coach Brock Clay, it looks to be going against the Knights.
Yeah, definitely had a brief conversation with him, explaining whatever the call is, and as soon as we get a signal, we'll let you know.
It'll be marked from the 24. Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
Mm-hmm.
So it had nothing to do with the injured offensive lineman. They apparently roughed the passer after he threw the ball. But either way, it's going to bring up a first down for the Warriors on their own 44-yard line. I believe is where we're going to mark the ball.
Once again, if you're just now joining us, 9-0 in favor of the Knights. Defenses for both teams have shown up tonight.
And like we've already alluded to this once, because of the fact that both teams are coming out throwing and have had thrown more than a couple of interceptions, the time just seems to be it's been a slow-paced first half so far. And we're not even halfway through the second quarter, and we've been playing for almost 50 minutes.
Here we go, back in action here. Two receivers to this near side. Pistol formation for the Warriors. Handoff to, that's not Morris. I'm not sure who the running back was, as where our view is kind of blindsided here, but 1 yard pickup, maybe two. Second down, 8.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down right on the 46-yard line, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 8, like you said, Lee.
I believe that's number 20. That was number 28 for the Warriors, Jorgen Vaughn.
Yeah, 2023, I believe, has been handling the majority of the carries so far.
So once again, second down and 8 from the 46-yard line.
28 seems to have just a little bit thicker running back, more of a heavy.
Looking to pass his quarterback, and quarterback's got his receiver number 1 at the 42-yard line, goes forward to the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 13 yards enough for a first down for the Warriors.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch there on 2nd and 8 for the Warriors to bring up a first down, getting the ball into Knight territory, which they've done a couple of times already tonight, but unable to bring up any points as they've been stopped on downs twice. Stopped on downs once and threw an interception, deep in Knight territory. So first and 10 here on the 40-yard line.
Warriors moving right to left, hands off to Vaughn, number 28. Not much there, around 1.5 yard.
Yeah. Again, Vaughn just a thick running back. He's one of these that, probably not going to see break up a lot of 30, 40-yard runs, but he doesn't go backwards much.
No.
He is a big running back. You're going to have a hard time bringing down just one-on-one.
Second down, 9 to go. The ball is spotted at the 39-yard line. Vaughn is, you're not going to see him. Doesn't look like a breakout to the left or right. He's going to get what the defense gives you, right?
Absolutely.
And I do not see 23 on the field as far as injured anywhere.
No, probably just trying a different package.
High snap. Looks to throw to number 6. Makes the connection as he is close to the first down, about 2 yards shy. They're going to say he's actually 1 yard shy of a first down. So.
Yeah, 3rd down and 1 for the Warriors here on the Knight 31-yard line.
Well, the Warriors have had success moving between the 20s.
Yeah, and like I said, this is their 3rd time to get fairly deep into Knight territory, but come up empty the last 2 times. Turn it over twice on an interception, once on the turnover on downs, and punted the ball away once.
3rd down and 1. Warriors on the Knight 31-yard line. Two receivers to this near side. Handoff goes to number 28. He is hit at the 32, falls forward to the 31, so no gain on the play. 4th down and 1 coming up. He might have actually lost about a foot on that.
I think they're going to give him credit for just a slight loss. But you're right, Lee, that is going to bring up 4th down. And again, the Warriors facing a possible another turnover on downs here after moving the ball so well into the Knight territory.
Well, they'll bring in a power package here. They've got Vaughn and Morris now back in the backfield. And then 2 guys on the left-hand side of that. So big power package in for the Warriors. And no, Morris will take the direct snap, and he just gets the first down about a half a yard past the first down marker.
Yeah, that was one of those you brought in the extra backs and you let them be your blockers and just tell your quarterback, hey, dive, jump, kick, do whatever you got to do to get across that line. And on a 3rd down and about 4th and 1.5, you're going to pick up the first down to get down to the 29-yard line.
So the Warriors continue this drive. 4 minutes now left in the first half. Once again, Knights lead 9-0 on a 1-yard quarterback keeper from KP and a 41-yard kick from Cooper Luke. It's the only point scored right now. Warriors would like to change that. 1st down and 10 on the Knight 29. Looking to pass, looking to get it now. He's thrown in double coverage and tipped away. I believe that's C.J. Gathings, number 16 for the Knights.
Yeah, great job by the Knights defensive backs, throwing it into double coverage and able to knock that one away. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors on the Knight 29-yard line.
2nd down and 10, like you just said. Warriors still yet to get into the end zone, but they're trying. This first half is nearly an hour. Two receivers to this near side. Wesley in shotgun formation looking over the field. Throws intended to number 1, and he gets a first down out of bounds around the 10.
All right, so one thing we hadn't really talked about, this offensive line for the Warriors, they're doing a great job in pass protection. The quarterback has not really had a guy in his face at all tonight.
Right.
So able to step into his passes, find the open man, and then we see a situation like this where you got 1st and goal on the 10-yard line.
1st and goal. 3:34 remains here in the first half. Pistol formation for the Warriors. Hands off to Morris. Morris gets tackled there at the line of scrimmage. Cooper Luke he shot in there and got him by the shoestrings to stop him for a little bit before he was basically sat on by the defensive line.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him credit for about a half-yard gain, bring up 2nd and a very long 9, or 2nd and goal, I guess, for about the 9.5. Man, timeout. Okay, I was about to say they're milking this.
Timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. Once again, 3:08 remaining here in the first half. Knights lead 9-0. We'll be back on Q101.
This holiday season, don't let the clock tick away. Visit Elite Flooring today. Treat yourself and your home to the gift of elegant flooring. At Elite Flooring, we know the key to a stress-free holiday is planning ahead. Picture yourself celebrating with family and friends on your brand new floors. Our expert team will have your floors ready, transforming your home in no time. Don't wait until the last minute. Stop by Elite Flooring today and make your holidays truly special. Elite Flooring. Elevate your holidays.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knight football.
Welcome back to Choctaw Central. Once again tonight, taking on Region 4 for a foe, but next week it'll be Thursday night against Newton County. Could be for the championship, the district championship, that is.
I have absolutely no doubt that it's going to be for the district championship. I just glanced at the score again for the Newton County
Well, regardless, it would be for the championship.
Yeah, I mean, Newton County, West Lauderdale, the 2 teams that are undefeated in district play, 2-0. 3-0, I'm sorry.
2-0.
2-0, yeah.
It's confused both of us because this year we've only got 4 games in district play. So,
but either way, they've extended their lead 35-12 in the second quarter.
2nd down goal from the 9. Here's the Warriors going right to left. Looking to pass, got his receiver Morris. Morris makes the reception and shoots forward to about the 6-yard line, so to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 6.
Yeah, just a quick 3-yard grab there, trying to split the defense there quick, coming out of the backfield. And like I said, able to pick up positive yards, but not a whole lot. So good job by the defense there to corral him in quick.
Ball is actually just on the inside of the 7. So once again, long 6 here. 3rd down and goal from, once again, just on the inside of the 7-yard line of the Knights. They'll have one receiver to the right. That is number 2, Keyshawn Ben, and number 6 to this near side, Tyra Stokes. And looking to hand off to quarterback keeper, and makes the shootout to number 11. No gain on the play. I believe he's going to be stopped at the 6-yard line. Receiver, was Chris Espinoza, number 11.
One of the first times that we've really seen pressure in the face of the quarterback, blitzing linebacker coming in basically untouched, and that is going to bring up 4th down, and it looks like a field goal kicker coming out.
Well, the quarterback is remaining on the field, so.
Yeah, we're going to see exactly what formation, but they've.
It'd be smart to get any points you could get before halftime, because the Knights do get the football back when second half kicks off. But they will go for a field goal initially. We do have the quarterback as your holder. They can't figure out.
I was going to say, that is a very deep holder.
They're still having trouble finding a spot for the kick, and it'll be from the left hash mark. But once again, your quarterback is your holder. Number 7 is your kicker. Here's the snap. Hold is down, and
we had a timeout before. You see the head coach calling timeout from the sideline.
We're going to stay here in action because it's just this close to the halftime and to the kick. But number 7, once again, is Christian Davis. They had a lot of confusion on where to put the tee for this kick.
Yeah, I don't know how many field goals they've kicked so far this season, but
initially it was about 10 yards from the long snapper.
The holder was way too deep initially where he set up, and so having to go back and re-step it off. Again, we don't have a play clock, but they had to have been getting close to a delay of game call. So timeout from the sideline by their coach. That'll be their last time out of the half, but again, 1 minute and 16 seconds left to go.
All right, so just looking at this from the outside, he did go ahead and kick the football. Coach called a timeout. I mean, if you had any trickery up your sleeve, Knights are now thinking you're kicking the football.
Yeah, but they were probably thinking it to begin with. But either way, both teams back on the field. Here we go.
23-yard attempt. There's the snap. There's the hold. Kick is up and blocked. And it is blocked. And the score will remain 9-0 in favor of the Knights.
So the Knights are going to take over with 1 minute and 9 seconds, deep in their own territory, but they do have the full allotment of timeouts, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lee, but I don't think they've taken a timeout this half. So, curious to see what they come out doing. Maybe one of those, come out if you're able to bust a run, you keep it going. If not, you're content going into the half with a 9-point lead, knowing you've got the ball in the second half.
Correct.
Because they will be starting this drive here on their own 11-yard line.
And you got to go back. The defense for Choctaw Central has really put up a stop against the Knights offense. The only touchdown they've had is from a turnover. KP with the quarterback. Keeper goes to that far sideline and to the 15, to the 20, gets a first down and more to the 24-yard line. But the only points that they've been able to come up with as far as a touchdown is just a few yards away from the end zone already due to the Tim McDonald interception the first moments of the football game. But Knights have had struggled against this defense for the Choctaw Central Warriors.
Yeah, they did not take a timeout, so the clock is running 53, 52.
First and 10, Radcliffe going in motion, and flag on the play is brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Early movement.
I believe it is going to be against the Knights, and that it will probably, bring up first down at 15. And, man, those are drive killers. You give us pre-snap penalties.
Had a few there previous drive. Had one that helped Choctaw Central a few moments ago with a roughing the passer. But this one, first down at 15. This will bring the ball back to the inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. First down and 15. One receiver to the far side, that is Gavings. This near side receiver is Radcliffe. And handoff to Collins. Collins Gets back up to just past the initial line of scrimmage.
That clock's still running inside of 40 seconds. And
you don't want to, KP threw the interception a few moments ago. You don't want to take the chance of throwing an interception and giving up points right here, this close to your end zone, or the end zone. Caleb Collins, once again, the handoff to the 30, 35, hits into zone. Man, ball comes free, and that's the mistake that you did not want to happen. And I believe it's going to be Warrior football's Gordon who came on top of it, but it looked initially like the Warriors got back on top of it, but we'll see.
Yeah,
there's a fight going on.
Yeah, I've been on the bottom of those piles. It is not fun.
It is a first down Knights, and Knights do recover.
It looks like Collins was able to jump onto it.
Clock stopped momentarily for the chains to set. 20 seconds remaining. KP, quarterback keeper, comes to this near side. Trying to find a lane. It's up to the 45. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 9 seconds remain. You're in the vicinity now. If you can take a shot about 25 yards, you can send the field goal unit out.
Yeah, and again, plenty of timeouts. You've got we've seen him throw this ball 50 yards downfield, so he's got the arm if you just want to run a 4-wide vertical and just tell him to chunk it. But you're right, Lee, if you're able to pick up 20 yards, and with the timeouts, you don't have to work the sideline. You can work the middle of the field.
2 receivers to the far side. KP rolls out to his left. He's got to get rid of it quick, and going to be tackled out of bounds with about 2.5 seconds remaining. 2 seconds remaining, and the ball is around the 47-yard line of the Warriors. One shot?
Yeah, that's pretty much all you got at this point.
Unless you got some sort of trick play there. What's the old hook and ladder, all that kind of stuff?
But yeah, KP
annexation of Puerto Rico.
KP sprint out to his left, was trying to find an open guy and able to find it.
Handoff Caleb Collins. Collins to the 41-yard line, but you hear the whistle blow for the halftime, and the Knights will take a 9-0 lead going into the locker room. Once again, 2 scores in the favor of a 1-yard touchdown run by KP and a 41-yard kick from Cooper Luke, and that's the points scored for the Knights so far tonight in the first half. 9-0. Once again, we'll come back after 3 minutes. The halftime show being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. All on the way here on Q101.
Shop Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville now through October 24th for these specials and more. CAB chuck roast $5.69 a pound, 12-ounce Carolina Pride bacon $3.99, assorted hamburger helper 2 for $3, assorted Red Baron Classic Pizza $5.49, 45-ounce Blue Bonnet Bowl $3.49, and 2-liter Piggly Wiggly drinks just $1.09. Remember steak night on Thursdays from 3 to 7 at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
Piggly Wiggly.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knight football team.
Go Knights!
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
Why do it alone?
Well, doesn't everybody?
No, not everybody. Let Family Flea Market on B Street stretch your money. With over 52,000 square feet of merchandise, you will find a huge selection of used furniture, lamps, and home decor items, plus so much more. New inventory is coming in every week. If you are looking for a new mattress set, king or queen, Family Flea Market has them in stock. Also, be sure to shop for your favorite floor coverings. Family Flea Market, where your family matters.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service, but the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
With one half in the books, let's check in with Lee and Clint for a review of the first 2 quarters and break down what the Knights need to be able to do to walk away with a win tonight in your official halftime show, powered by Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat and Q101.
Well, welcome here to Choctaw Central. Once again, the Knights hold a 9-0 lead at the half against the Choctaw Central Warriors. And it started out with a bang for the Knights. The Knights actually lost the coin toss and will receive to begin the second half. But the Choctaw Central Warriors got off the start, had a little trouble with the kickoff return, and would be stopped inside their own 10-yard line. A couple plays later, Tim McDonald would come up huge with an interception. Knights would take it in just about 3 plays later on a KP 1-yard touchdown run, and it was off to the races for the Knights, or what it looked to be off to the races, as the Knights had a 6-0 lead. Extra point attempt was actually a 2-point conversion attempt with no good, and the Knights held on to a 6-0 lead for the most part of the first quarter. Still, Tim McDonald come up huge again with another interception, but KP would return the favor, throw the interception again, throw the interception, his 4th on the season, give the Choctaw Central Warriors a little life. The Warriors couldn't get much done with it. They'd get down, and guess what happened? Another interception. Tim McDonald comes up huge with an interception, but the Knights had to settle for a 41-yard kick from Cooper Luke that just crossed the crossbars for the Knights, and that was in the wind. So definitely could have had a couple more yards on that kick for the Knights, but that's where we stand. 9-0 is your score. And, looking over the past 7 games for Choctaw Central, the Knights are having trouble with a team that's allowed quite a few points on the year for Choctaw Central. And the Warriors, they're playing a good ball game here.
They are, and they're playing a good game on both sides of the field, on offense and defense. The only place they've really found themselves struggling is when they get into, fairly deep into the Knight territory. We're still waiting on the official stats to come in, but they have not had a hard time moving the ball down the field. They've really been their own worst enemy with turnovers, interceptions, that kind of stuff. But able to move the ball downfield, and then on defense, have done a pretty good job, especially on the run, stopping the run, which has been the bread and butter for this Knight offense all season. The Knights having to throw the ball more than we've pretty much seen them throw it all this year, and as a result, we're looking at a pretty low-scoring game here in the first half.
Well, the previous drive before half, they were able to muster up some yards, and I know they may have been playing a little more prevent defense, if you want to call it that, for Choctaw Central, but the Knights were able to get some running game going. But, you go back to that first drive. I'm not too sure that they elected to pass the football against the Choctaw Central Warriors. So that's the reason why you may be seeing some of these numbers a little skewed when I give them to you real quick. Stats for the Knights on the ground as compared to in the air. 113 yards on the ground. That comes from 20 rushes. 113 yards on the ground. Most of those last few moments of the football game. 3 receptions for 39 yards in the air. Most of those first drive of the football game for the Knights. As far as on the other side, Choctaw Central, 15 rushes for 31 yards, 11 passes or 11 receptions for 86 yards. Of course, these are unofficial, but the Knights 3 of 7 in the air. 11 of 21 for Choctaw Central. Time of possession, though, we don't have an exact on this, as it's 24 minutes in the first half. but we can pretty much say that Choctaw Central about 14 minutes compared to West Lauderdale's 10.
Yeah, again, and you know, you see a low-scoring game, and the yardage is fairly low on both sides as well. You know, so you go into the locker room, you meet up at halftime, and you know your coaches, and there's always stuff that you can talk about, but on the defensive side, both teams are probably going to be fairly pleased with what they've had on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, you know, excited to see what kind of changes, tweaks that we're going to see coming out into the second half.
Caleb Collins, 11 rushes for 70 yards. KP, 7 rushes for 38 yards. Hunter Moore has a couple of rushes for 5 yards. Of course, his 2 rushes came opening moments of the ball game just prior to KP getting that touchdown, the lone touchdown of the night. On the flip side, on the ground, number 23, Morris, 10 rushes for 21 yards. Number 1, Cruz Wilson, 1 rush for 6 yards. Number 5, Cooper Wesley, a quarterback, running the football 2 times for 3 yards. And number 28, Big Vaughn, Jorgen Vaughn, 2 rushes for 1 yard. And in the air for the Knights, once again, Caden P., 3 of 7 for 39 yards, 1 interception, while number 5, Cooper Wesley for the Choctaw Central Warriors, 11 of 21, 86 yards, 2 interceptions. But if you want to go back to that first quarter, could have been about 4 or 5 interceptions, as a few Knights were right there in the vicinity and knocking them away.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, even Tim McDonald's had, he's got 2 interceptions. 1 hit him in the wrong part of the hands and just hits the ground, and then 1 he could have made, but it would have been a pretty impressive play, diving out to break up the pass. But you're right, Lee. I mean, 2 interceptions for the Knights could easily be 4 or 5.
Once again, your halftime show being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. We'll be back after 3 minutes and bring you back some scores. Of course, we'll look at the Elite Flooring scoreboard, check in with the in-district games. We had 1 play last night, 1 going on right now. But we'll go, of course, over some of those scores in just about 3 minutes. Right back with more of your halftime show being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. Score here, though, is 9-0 in favor of the Knights. And don't forget, Knights will receive to begin the second half coming up in about 11 minutes here on Q101. We'll be back.
Do you need a low-rate loan? You can trust Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union. We have competitive rates on tailored loan options for cars, home renovations, and debt consolidations. Stop by Meridian Mutual for your loan today.
Shop Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville now through October 24th for these specials and more. CAB Chuck Roast, $5.69 a pound. 12-ounce Carolina Pride Bacon, $3.99. Assorted Hamburger Helper, 2 for $3. Assorted Red Baron Classic Pizza, $5.49. 45-ounce Blue Bonnet Bowl, $3.49. And 2-liter Piggly Wiggly drinks, just $1.09. Remember steak night on Thursdays from 3 to 7 at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
Piggly Wiggly.
All-Star Team Sports is here to get you in the game, no matter what you're looking for. From football helmets, shoulder pads, mouth guards, receiver gloves, T-shirts, local team jerseys, hoodies, caps, and even stadium seats with your favorite local team's logo on it. You'll always call the right play when you team up with All-Star Team Sports.
1100 24th Avenue, or check them out on Facebook.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Introducing Douglas Orthodontics, where smiles are transformed into works of art. Discover the difference of personalized care and the latest in orthodontic technology for both children and adults. Our expert team is dedicated to crafting the perfect smile, from traditional braces to cutting-edge Invisalign. We have the right solution for every smile. Unlock your true potential and embrace the confidence you deserve. Call 601-483-4522 to schedule your consultation today. Douglas Orthodontics, where your dream smile becomes a reality.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knight football team.
Go Knights!
WJDQ Meridian and Collinsville, your hit music connection and home for West Lauderdale Knights football is Q101, a service of Digio Strategies.
About 8 minutes left here in the halftime. Here, once again, being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. Score here is 9-0 in favor of the Knights. Knights got on the board first tonight on a 1-yard quarterback keeper from KP, as well as a 41-yard kick from Cooper Luke, and that's your only score scoring for the Knights, or for the Knight tonight so far, 24 minutes into the ball game. But we'll bring you the second half here very shortly. But let's go around and see what we can find around the area. Clint, what you got for us, buddy?
All right, so looking up some scores in our area, some scores that impact our district and just some local teams. The first one I got to give you, Lee, you know it's coming every week that I'm on the mic.
Go ahead and get that out of the way, huh?
That's right, and honestly, it's not looking pretty. My alma mater, Lawrence County High School, about 2 hours away from Meridian, kind of getting handled right now at the half. Columbia leading Lawrence County 26-6. I know I'm probably the only one listening who cares, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. Newton County and Leak Central. Now, again, Lee and I were talking about this a couple minutes ago during the break. This is a different Leak Central than we played a few weeks ago. Their quarterback is down. He's out. And as a result, this score may seem a little skewed, but Newton County at the half leading Leak Central 56-12.
We got to remember, Northeast Lauderdale had their way against Leak Central a few weeks ago, 43-14. That was the game I believe he went out in. I'm not sure if what point, but Northeast Lauderdale defeated Leak Central a couple weeks ago, 43-14, and it just since the West Lauderdale played them. They have just been on a downward spiral. Once again, what was that score? And that was in the first half?
56-12 at the half.
Mm.
Other scores, Choctaw County playing Nettleton. Choctaw up 14-7. Different Choctaw than whom we're playing tonight, but up 14-7 at the half. Houston and Kosciuszko, a different district than us this year, but Kosciuszko, a team that we've played a lot over the last few years. Houston up 21-7. Your Lamar Raiders playing East Rankin Academy tonight, and Lamar is up. This score is an older score. It's in the first quarter, but Lamar is up 28-0 in the first quarter. Petal traveling to Meridian High tonight, and at the half, Meridian up 20-0. And I believe if Meridian wins tonight, they may be a lock for a playoff spot.
Wow.
So first year under coach, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Bowles.
Yeah, Marcus Bowles. First year under Marcus Bowles. I have not had a chance to watch them this year, but talking to some guys actually earlier this week who have, and they say, yes, they're seeing the results on the scoreboard, but you just see the results in the team on the sideline, how they want to be there. They're playing for him, and so glad to see some success over there.
Another team that I'd really like to see have some success, and that's because of the coach up there. It's Kemper County's coach, Coach Wren, Darius Wren, former player for West Lauderdale. They're down by 5 against Enterprise. I don't know if you said that score or not.
Not yet, so.
But 13-8. But yeah, I'd really like to see the success that Coach Wren's had there for Kemper County. Go ahead.
Union playing Sebastopol tonight. Union up 35-21 at the half. Here's a team we played earlier this year, Philadelphia, playing UPOR, and Philadelphia up 42-0 at the half. Mendenhall, Louisville, and man, honestly, this score a lot closer than what I had expected.
I really, we're starting to kind of peek into the playoffs. Playoffs are 2 weeks away for 4A. But kind of looking to, seeing what's going on in the north half, south half. And, you hate to – I saw a lot of the Louisville Wildcat football players. They were actually highlighted last night at the East Central football game. But I saw a lot of them last night, and I don't really see – sure, I would like to sit there and say West Lauderdale could compete, and they may. I'm not saying, but Louisville is such a strong team. I just don't see who's going to stop them in the north half.
Well, I have not checked the rankings this week, but I believe they're still – are they still number 1 in 4A?
Mm-hmm.
And rightfully so. They've earned that ranking. But I don't think we actually gave the score. Louisville's playing Mendenhall right now, and Louisville holding on to a 1-touchdown lead, 17-10 at the half. Northeast Jones playing Morton. Morton getting beat by Northeast Jones 13-7 at the half. Quitman and Forest playing tonight. Quitman up 22-6.
That's probably another
Forest.
Surprising team.
It is. You know, Forest is not having a bad year, and Quitman kind of putting it on them right now. Let's see. Yeah, that may be what I have right now, Lee. I'm not seeing any other scores coming up.
All right, once again, as we look at the Elite Flooring scoreboard, those are some scores from around the area. And we'll, of course, keep you up to date on those district scores. Only a couple of we talked about the Northeast Lauderdale playing last night against Purvis, but about 3 minutes left before halftime. We'll take about another 3-minute break, come right back. Score here, though, at Choctaw Central. The Knights hold on to a 9-point lead. 9-0. They do receive the football to begin the second half, so hopefully we'll have things going on in the right path as we break the huddle from halftime. But once again, halftime show being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. 9-0 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back after 3 minutes here on Q101.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
This holiday season, don't let the clock tick away. Visit Elite Flooring today. Treat yourself and your home to the gift of elegant flooring. At Elite Flooring, we know the key to a stress-free holiday is planning ahead. Picture yourself celebrating with family and friends on your brand new floors. Our expert team will have your floors ready, transforming your home in no time. Don't wait until the last minute. Stop by Elite Flooring today and make your holidays truly special. Elite Flooring. Elevate your holidays.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knight football team.
Go Knights!
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Shop Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville now through October 24th for these specials and more. CAB Chuck Roast, $5.69 a pound. 12-ounce Carolina Pride Bacon, $3.99. Assorted Hamburger Helper, 2 for $3. Assorted Red Baron Classic Pizza, $5.49. 45-ounce Blue Bonnet Bowl, $3.49. And 2-liter Piggly Wiggly drinks, just $1.09. Remember steak night on Thursdays from 3 to 7 at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
Piggly Wiggly.
Can't make the game? The Knights are live on Q101, the app, the Echo, and Q101radio.net.
Once again, as we continue your halftime show being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. About a couple minutes left in the halftime, as they always extend time for the warm-ups of the players. Players have made their way back onto the football field. West Lauderdale to our left, Choctaw Central to our right. Once again, the Knights hold a 9-0 lead. The Knights will receive to begin the second half. And here's what we were talking about. We were talking about earlier about the playoffs. The Knights, of course, in Region 4 4A, will be going against Region 2 4A in the playoffs. And those are teams like Senatobia, North Pontotoc, South Pontotoc, and I can't remember that second seed right now. But it'll be either with a win tonight, it'll be either North Pontotoc or South Pontotoc. And I say with the win, the Knights will lock up 1 or 2 seed. And right now, 3 and 4 seed is North Pontotoc and South Pontotoc in that region.
Yeah, I know we were talking about this before we came on the air. I don't know that we've actually mentioned this on the air, but just kind of give you some scenarios as to what could happen if West Lauderdale manages to hold on to the lead tonight and come out with the W. Then they are a lock for either the 1 seed or the 2 seed, depending on what happens next week against Newton County. If they lose tonight, there's a possibility they slip into the 3 seed if they get beat next week. If they lose tonight and win next week, they are a lock for the 1 seed. If they win tonight and lose next week, they will fall into the 2 seed. So still up in the air. They are guaranteed either a 1, 2, or 3 seed in the playoffs.
Unless somehow Leak Central comes back.
Yeah, but seeing as how they're down by 40 at the half. I mean, look, I've seen stranger things. So barring a miracle comeback for Leak Central over in Newton County right now, we are guaranteed a 1, 2, or 3 seed in the playoffs. If we win tonight, guaranteed a 1 or 2 seed. No matter what happens tonight, if we win next week, we will have the 1 seed in the playoffs.
Well, that's wrapping up our halftime show. Once again, thank you very much to Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. Next week, looking ahead, 6-day rest for the Knights and the Newton County Cougars. Next week playing on Thursday night.
Are we excited to have a Friday night off, though, next week?
Are you going to I'm pretty certain that some of the players will probably visit another game next week. But what about you? I mean, I know that you like to go out and watch other football games.
I do, and I've kind of looked around. I know Meridian is away, but the problem is all of the 2A, 3A, 4A teams are playing Thursday night.
Right.
So if it's not and maybe even 5A now that we've added the 7A, so if it's not a 1A, 6A, 7A, you know, there's not another game to go watch.
Now, you being an official, maybe not in football, but baseball and softball for that, do you do softball as well?
I have in the past. I have not done that in the last several years.
Is it still for the same reason why the teams are having to play on Thursday nights?
Yeah, for the most part. It's a we have a shortage in officials in every sport across the state. So here's a shameless plug. If you want to get involved in some capacity, no matter what sport, for me, I love umpiring high school baseball. It's a good, extra income, but also it keeps you around the game that you love. Get involved. We could use you at any level on any sport, but because of that, and honestly a tradition at this point, it's happened for several years, that last game of the season for a majority of the schools are going to be played on Thursday night.
Wow.
And then we get to trick or treat the week after that.
There you go. Number 7 for the Warriors, Christian Davis is your kicker. About to put total leather to kick off the second half of the game. Once again, the Knights lead 9-0. Got a 1-yard touchdown run by KP and a 41-yard kick from Cooper Luke. There's a kick, line drive kick, hits one of our Knights right around the 40-yard line. Picks it up at the 20, though. I believe that's Travion Mosley. Gets up to the 37-yard line. Nice return from Travion.
Absolutely. Good, strong starting field position for the Knights here to begin the second half. A first half that kind of drug a little bit. And, again, we've talked about it not because of anything in particular other than you throw the ball more, you're going to have more incomplete passes, which is going to have more stoppage of the clock. And so, I mean, we are an hour and a half, removed from kickoff, and we're just now starting the second half.
Actually gave him to the 38-yard line. So the Knights once again moving left to right. Knights starting things out on offense. One receiver to the far side. That's Cooper Luke. And this near side is Antonio Radcliffe.
All right, I don't know, for those of you listening, if you've ever been to a game at Choctaw Central High School, I encourage you to do it. They have a Jumbotron, and I'm looking at a dancing crab punching the screen right now. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. My ADD is going crazy right now.
Cooper Luke going in motion. And he'll get the jet sweep to this near side, finds a lane and crosses the 40 to the 41. May have gotten close to that 42-yard. No, they're going to say he's down at the 41-yard mark.
I mean, from up here, I saw what he saw. It looked like a lane, and it closed up quick. So, good, strong yardage. I mean, it's going 3-yard carry, but it looked like it could have gone for a lot more at first whenever he cut it upfield. But you're right, Lee. 2nd down and 7 here for the Knights on their own 41-yard line.
The Warriors have 7 there in the box. 6 in the box. I'm going to hand off to Caleb Collins. Collins breaks free to the midfield, 45 to the 40. Still trying to get outside. He will not get outside of the 41-yard line, but he had some opening lane. I just alluded to that. 6 there on the line of scrimmage. You get past that first set, and you do. You have some running room.
First, and they had a lot of success on that last drive, but you don't know how much of that was on the offensive side or the defense of Choctaw knew that they only had like 50 seconds left, so they're playing more of a prevent, but kind of continuing that success here in the second half.
First down and 10 from the 41. KP, quarterback keeper, to the 35, to the 30, inside the 30 to the 25, still on his feet as he gets near the 20, but I was about to talk to you just a few moments ago. Travion Mosley, or not Travion, I'm sorry, I just saw his number. But Caleb Collins had 70 yards coming into the into the second half. He got 15 yards there, so he's nearing a 100-yard game again for his senior year.
His 7th.
Yes.
I believe he's coming up on his 7th 100-yard game.
Mosley in for him now, though, and he'll get the call. He's up to the 20, to the 15. Ooh. He's got open to run. 10-5 touchdown, West Lauderdale.
Did you? I mean, that was a
juke.
Yeah, a PS5 Madden juke on that. That was a great move by Mosley to make I believe that was a linebacker sitting back in perfect position, but just juked him out of his cleats, able to get in the end zone and make it a 15-point lead, 15-0.
May go for 2 here, but that's Travion's second touchdown on the season.
All right, they are going to close the swinging gate here to get more into a traditional style extra point formation. Waiting on the kick here.
Levi Grader's your holder. Kicker, of course, Luke. Luke puts it in those uprights for the extra point. 16-0 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
More Friday nights under the lights with the Knights are here on Q101.
Hey, Lee, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I know you were in banking at some point in your life. What does FDIC stand for? I feel like you should know that.
Yeah.
Well, we just heard the commercial.
Federal. I'm pretty sure I've got a banker that's probably listening right now that's saying, come on now.
All right, my bad. I put you on the spot. Let's get back to the game.
Yeah, I'm looking at 65 seconds off the clock here in the second half, and the Knights extend their lead to 16-0. Here's kickoff, gets brought out from around the 16-yard line. He's up to the 28, 29-yard line.
I think they're going to mark him right on the 30. I think forward progress got him up there. Fairly short kick by Luke's standards, normally closer to the end zone. But
once again, they're respecting the return man's capabilities here at Choctaw Central.
And that's what I was about to say. Kicking with the wind at his back. They just threw the ball. My bad. The cheerleaders were throwing the balls up here again. I thought I was going to get one. But what I was saying was, he had the capability to kick deep, but, just unwilling to give them the freedom to maybe break one, kicking it short to the 15-yard line, and Gunner's able to get down there to corral him after a fairly short return.
Quarterback Wesley looking to pass. Goes over the middle and knocked away by Cooper Luke there at the last second. Basically, what FDIC means is basically your money is being insured. So you know that.
Well, I know that, but I just want to know what it meant.
Federal Deposit Insured Corporation.
Did you Google that?
No.
Anyways, pass broken up by Cooper Luke. Going to bring up second down and 10. But Lee, I mean, we talked about having to make some changes at the half, get your offense clicking a little better. I mean, 65 seconds to punch it in the end zone. I would call that clicking pretty well. So great job by the coaching staff to make some tweaks to the scheme. Great job by the players to put it pen to paper, make it happen on the field, and you jump out and extend that lead here on your first drive.
Second down and 10. Looked to be some early movement, one of those receivers, but they didn't call it. In and out of the intended receiver number 1's hand. That is Cruz Wilson.
We've seen him make some catches in the first half, and so
I've been trying to move up the field before he had that football, right?
Yeah, pretty big cushion he had there, and I think he realized, catch and run, just kind of forgot the catch part there.
I see what you're talking about the Jumbotron. My vision is in that direction. I'm being a little distracted by the make some noise. Yeah, I see what you're talking about there.
It's no dancing crab, but it's not bad.
And once again, if you're not able to view us, that there is a reason, but we are recording the footage, the video footage, and will be played back on West Lauderdale Athletics YouTube page after the game. Quarterback Wesley looking to pass. He finds his man Morris there in the flats. Ooh. And he gets taken down. I believe that was Mr. Cole there after a gain of 4 yards to bring up 4th down and 6 for the Warriors.
It looks like the punt team coming out on the field. And
I don't know how much Cole weighs. I see him in the gym quite often, but he's listed at the beginning of the season 285. I'm pretty sure he may be around that or maybe even a little bit heavier, but he took down Morris and basically had all his weight on his backhand side.
Yeah, what you saw right there was Morris juked 33, Tim McDonald, and as he was mid-motion in the air, Cole plants him, and that's going to bring up 4th down, punt team on the field for the
Cooper Luke actually returning, or going to be attempting to return here. He'll have a chance to return this one up to the 37, 40, 45, midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's out of bounds there, but there is a flag around the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I saw it happen.
That's the Warriors.
That's going to be a block in the back lead. That's going to bring that one back. I hate it, but but yeah, outstanding job by Luke. Great punt return, but it looks like it's going to be for naught as they will be bringing that one back. But either way, I mean, let's talk about it. Your offense takes the ball first to drive in the second half, takes the kickoff, goes downfield 65 seconds to punch it in the end zone. Your defense forces a 3 and out. Yeah, there's the official signal blocking the back. It was pretty obvious, though. It was an open field, and both sidelines saw it, coaches saw it, and the referee saw it. So
flag on the play, once again brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent.
But it did happen during the return, so the Knights will take over. They do have the ball, but rather than being a 1st and goal, I believe is where it would have landed after the return. It's going to be 1st and 10.
About the vicinity of their initial drive to begin the second half, and we saw how that turned out.
Yep, but they are going to have the ball on their own 37-yard line.
A little tight receiver formation to that right-hand side of the line for KP, but a handoff goes to Caleb Collins to the 40, to the 46-yard line. Still on his feet, though, pushing that, and he gets a 1st down. How about that, Clint?
That is a strong run by Collins, and his blockers coming in, pushing the pile alongside with him. And what would have been just a gain of about 6 or 7 yards turns into a gain of 13.
Well, that put him over, I believe.
He's right around it, but the Knights have 1st and 10 at midfield on the 50-yard line.
That was a 12-yard run for Caleb Collins. KP, quarterback keeper, a 4-yard pickup after getting met kind of awkwardly there around the 40, 45, 46-yard line, 2nd down, 6 to go. You don't like your quarterback getting pushed back that way, do you?
No, not really, but he's a tough guy and able to take it. But you're right, Lee. You want to protect him as best as you can. Knights looking to the sideline, getting the signal in right now. And, again, we have no play clock working, so unable to tell exactly how much clock they're using on each play. But
pistol formation for the Knights. And I believe the Knights may take a timeout here. I don't believe he wanted to, but there was some confusion with the play, and offensive coordinator Daniel Knox was basically having to say timeout. We got to get things under control. We're going to step aside as well. 8:22 remains here in the 3rd quarter. Knights lead 16-0. They face a 2nd down and 6. We'll be back on Q101.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service, but the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey, we're your West Lauderdale Night class of 2024, and you're listening to Q101.
Second down, 6 to go. KP rolling out to his left, looking to pass. Got a receiver, overshoots his intended receiver number 3, Altonia Radcliffe. Bring up 3rd down and 6. Looked like he could have probably run that and possibly got the first down. But
Probably so, but I think KP saw what we saw, and that was Radcliffe with a step. I mean, he was open, just a little bit overthrown, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and medium, 3rd down and 6.
Pistol formation for the Knights, 1 receiver to each side of the football field, but they may have gotten
let's
a little.
Let's make that 3rd down and 1.
Right, they've gotten a little help with encroachment.
Again, and I think I mentioned this in the first half when they got it, if this referee is mic'd up on a Saturday on TV, he doesn't have a number to say. That's encroachment on the entire defensive line, just biting on that hard count. And we've seen that happen a couple times so far tonight. So
once again, flag on the play brought to you by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent.
Thanks, Chris. We like that flag.
KP in shotgun has Caleb Collins to his right, and he'll get the handoff. Collins gets the first down and more to the 30 and into about the 25-yard line. That's definitely putting him over 100 yards for tonight's game.
Yeah, and what we're seeing here in the second half is you're seeing a team that is becoming more dedicated to the run than I think they were in the first half and finding a lot more success. I mean, KP's picking up solid yards on quarterback runs. Collins, again, getting the ball here.
Yep, to the 25, 20 to about the 15, excuse me.
Yeah.
I think they're going to call him out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Yeah,
another thing that's going to put him near 1,200 yards right there.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
On the season.
Yeah, I mean, that was a strong run. I mean, right there, 2nd down and 9 now for the night. I mean, 2nd down and 1 after a 9-yard carry on the Choctaw 16-yard line.
KP quarterback keeper to the 15, to the 10, 5, touchdown West Lauderdale.
I think
16-yard touchdown run.
Just a zone read. He had the option to hand it off to keep it himself, and everybody bit down on Caleb Collins taking that handoff on that 2nd down and short, and that I don't think he got touched. I mean, he went in the end zone easily on that, so that's going to make the score 22-0. Extra point pending here with 7:48 left.
They're going for 2 here. You got Cooper Luke actually going to take the snap. Cooper Luke trying to get into that end zone. Yes, he does, and that is a 2-point conversion. Good. It's 24-0. 7:48 remains here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back on Q101.
Why do it alone?
Well, doesn't everybody?
No, not everybody.
Let Family Flea Market on B Street stretch your money. With over 52,000 square feet of merchandise, you will find a huge selection of used furniture, lamps, and home decor items, plus so much more. New inventory is coming in every week. If you are looking for a new mattress set, king or queen, Family Flea Market has them in stock. Also, be sure to shop for your favorite floor coverings. Family Flea Market, where your family matters.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale night football.
Hey, Lee, I don't know that we've talked about this yet. You know what tomorrow is, right?
Saturday.
It is not only Saturday, it is the 3rd Saturday in October. And you know what that means, right? 3rd Saturday in October is the annual Tennessee-Alabama football game.
Alabama wants some payback.
And as a Tennessee fan, I'm kind of worried that it might happen. But I mean, that's like a national holiday in my home.
You and the owner of this radio station need to get together tomorrow. Kickoff from Cooper Luke after scoring a 2-point conversion to make it 24-0. It's up to the 26, 27, 28-yard line, excuse me.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down, forward progress at 28. He got driven way back. He actually landed somewhere around the 21-yard line, but forward progress is going to have him at the 28, which is where Choctaw Central will take over.
Clint, we're not even in 5 minutes into this 3rd quarter, and the Knights had a 9-0 lead going into halftime. Currently have a 24-0 lead now with 7 minutes, 39 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, so far they took the opening drive here in the second half for a touchdown. Defense comes out, forces a 3-and-out, a punt. Then they take the next drive into the end zone, pick up a
handoff goes to Morris. Morris goes right up the middle. 2-yard pickup. And that's about it. Second down, 8 to go. Coming
Yeah,
up.
Lee, in the first 24 minutes, they scored 9 points. In the first 4.5 of the second half, they've scored 15.
But you could definitely tell the Knights were trying some things that they may or may not have tried over the first 7-8 ball games, though.
Yeah, and even you saw that after the first touchdown, trying a 2-point conversion and, just trying some things, see how it works out.
Second down, 8 to go for Wesley. Quarterback shotgun formation does have a back to his left. That is Morris. Looking to pass is Wesley. Wesley's got his receiver, number 1, in Knight territory to the 45, 44-yard line now. That was
good
number
pitch and
1.
catch there.
Cruz Wilson was the receiver.
And we talked about that in their first drive. He was the one that just out and out dropped a pass and just hadn't seen him do that much in the first half, and then redeemed himself there with a big gain, going to get it out to the West Lauderdale 43-yard line.
One receiver right, one receiver left for Wesley, Wesley, quarterback keeper, gets about a yard before being pushed back by about 3 or 4 Knights. Main is that's Carson Smith, number 14.
I don't think they're going to give him credit for a full yard, Lee. I think they're going to mark that right at the 43.
Carson Smith with 8 sacks on the season, 10 hurries, 16 tackle for loss.
Great job by the Knight defensive line there to pinch down, not to give up anything. And that is a second down and 10. So able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but not much else there for that quarterback keeper.
2 receivers to this near side. Once again, the guys in maroon moving right to left. Choctaw Central. Wesley looking to pass, looking to go deep, and finds his receiver number 2 there around the 32-yard line. Enough for another Warrior first down. Once again, the Knights lead 24-0 with 5:50 remaining here in the third quarter.
Choctaw Central, they have found a fair amount of success in that 15-yard range in the flats on the left side of their offense.
On the 31-yard line.
That seems to be where they're finding a majority of their passing yards, and so. But either way, after that pitch and catch, 1st and 10 for the Choctaw Warriors on the, like you said, Lee, the West Lauderdale 31.
Wesley has Morris to his right. Wesley looking to pass again. Gets hit hard there immediately as he throws the football. 63, Michael Carroll came up huge with a quarterback hit. It goes incomplete. Second down and 10 from the 31 now.
Yeah, good pressure on the quarterback that time. Again, not something we've seen a whole lot of tonight. The offensive line for Choctaw Central doing a pretty good job protecting Wesley. But right there, just kind of a delayed stunt. Able to get in there and put his face mask right in on the chest of the quarterback and force an overthrow. Second down and 10.
Same formation for Wesley. Wesley looking to pass again. Moves out to his left, being flushed from the pocket. May take it off himself, and he does. And he will be about 2 yards shy of a Warrior first down, 3rd down and 2, as they'll have the ball spotted at the Knight 23-yard line.
A little surprised we didn't see a flag there for holding. The left tackle for Choctaw Central, he essentially tackled the defensive end for West Lauderdale.
Wesley's going to come out of the football game, and you got that power back formation. Direct snap to Morris. Morris high steps and makes it and gets over the line and gets definitely enough for a first down all the way down to the 10-yard line.
All right, so what do they have to do? This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen the running back, start maybe a yard early before the snap.
Yeah, I've seen it quite often.
And for some reason, they are not throwing a false start flag on the running back running before the snap.
Same formation. Looked at it, it did it again. Yeah, the back to his left, which is Vaughn. Jorgen Vaughn looked to be getting a little head of steam beforehand before the ball snapped.
You cannot do that, or you're not supposed to be able to. Obviously, you can in this game.
Second down and goal from just on the inside of the 10-yard line. Actually, I don't know if they got anything. The ball is still just on the outside of the 10-yard line. But we'll call it once again second down and goal from the 10. Wesley enters the football game again. And I saw him running off. You know, we talked about it earlier in the first half where he looked like he came up a little limping. He came off a few moments ago, too. It looked like he was kind of favoring one of his legs. Second down and goal from the 10. Looking to pass is Wesley. Wesley going to take it himself. He's up to the 5. And does he no? Yes, he does. He does get in there after he basically got tackled into the end zone. And that'll be the first score for the Warriors.
Yep. Going to make that score 24-6 here with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left in the third quarter. Extra point pending. You know what that means, right? Are they about to throw the footballs up at us again?
I don't know if they're going to make it.
Oh, they are going to throw them.
They are going to throw. Clint's trying to catch a football. Extra point attempt for the Warriors. There's the snap. Kick is up and blocked again. Blocked again. Of course, they had a field goal attempt earlier tonight that was blocked. 4:02 remains here in the third quarter. Knights hold on to a 24-6 lead. We'll be back on Q101.
Do you need a low-rate loan? You can trust Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union. We have competitive rates on tailored loan options for cars, home renovations, and debt consolidations. Stop by Meridian Mutual for your loan today.
More Friday nights under the lights with the Knights are here on Q101.
They didn't throw you a football, Clint.
They did not, but we got to see the fireworks, so there you go.
4 minutes, 2 seconds remains here in the third quarter. Knights 24, the Warriors 6 after that 10-yard touchdown run by the quarterback. Wesley?
You know, Lee, we were talking about this before the game. Is this going to be the last game that we get to call on this field?
I heard that they're getting a new field.
Yeah, they've started the dirt work for a new high school over here at Choctaw Central, and not sure if they'll build a new football field or what, but, you know, we'll have them at home next year, so 2 years from now we could be on a new field, new press box.
Another line drive kick on the ground there, going to be picked up at the 20. Travion Mosley to the 25, 30. Comes this near side. He's got some running room to the 35, to the 40, 45. Midfield cuts back, and he just got stopped by the shoestring around the 45-yard line, but he shoots forward to another couple of yards up to the 42-yard line of the Warriors. Great return.
Yeah, great starting field position for the Knight offense here. Taking over on the Choctaw 42-yard line. But you're right, Lee, that was a shoestring tackle that I'm not sure he would have gotten tackled if that one didn't get him. You know, he may have taken that one all the way.
Travion got his second touchdown of the year earlier in the third quarter. He about had another one. 24-6 in favor of the Knights.
So if they do get a new field, do you think they center up the
look at
visitor
this.
stands?
Look at this. Straight T. Straight T formation for the Knights. Caleb Collins gets the handoff. Gets to the 39-yard line. May have gotten up to the 38. Straight T. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, that's going old school there.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
You got three in the backfield all lined up. I believe it was Hunter Moore, Caleb Collins, and Travion Mosley all lined up.
And it looks like they're going to stay in that formation. All three still there. They are. Something I don't think we've seen all year, Lee.
Handoff, this one going to Travion Mosley. Mosley shifts it out to the outside, inside the 35 to the 34, maybe to the 33, about a yard shy of a first down. This is where you just take time off the clock while you're getting 3, 4, 5 yards a pop.
You know, you've got a 18-point lead here with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Yeah, you're just you're trying out some new things. And milking some clock. You know, all right, but we do have a very short 3rd down and 1 here.
High formation for the Knights. Hunter Moore in front of Caleb Collins. Collins kind of pushes Moore out of the way and says, I need more yards. He gets about 7 yards on the pickup all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, solid run. Great job by the offensive line there to clear the way on a 3rd down and short. 3rd down and 1, picking up, like you said, a lot more than 1. Getting it down to the 25-yard line of Choctaw Central. Staying in that power alley.
2 receivers to the far side as well. 1st down and 10 from the 25. Collins with the handoff to the 25 to the 20, near the 20-yard line, and then going to be out of bounds about 2 yards shy of a first down. Actually, they're going to say he was out of bounds at the 19. Thought he got a little further than that, but 6-yard pickup for Collins.
Yeah, that was intended to be basically a straight dive, off guard, between guard and tackle, and realizing not a whole lot there, bounces it outside to his left, and picking up, solid yardage, bring up 2nd down and 4 here for the Knights.
So we saw the Knights elect to be pass heavy in the first quarter. We see the Knights with a straight T, I believe, for the first time all season long. Now Hunter Moore with the handoff, and Hunter Moore still on his feet inside the 10, inside the 5, still on his feet around the 4-yard line. That was just pure determination from number 27, Hunter Moore.
Yeah, Caleb Collins, I don't think he ever moved. Did you notice that? I think he took one step and stopped.
I think Hunter Moore wants the ball again. First down and goal from the 4. Hunter Moore, did he get the ball? Yeah, I believe he did, but he's going to be just stopped shy of the goal line around the 1-yard line.
I think they're going to mark him down at the 2, looking at the near referee on the sideline. Yep. But still 2nd and goal for the Knights on the 2-yard line. Hunter Moore trying to get in that end zone.
Hunter Moore is right behind KP, and KP going to put it in his belly again. Hunter Moore into the end zone for a touchdown. Knights extend their lead 30-6, awaiting the extra point on a 2-yard touchdown run from number 27, Hunter Moore. Maybe the most exciting player on that field.
He's passionate.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about that.
He is the long snapper. Waiting to snap from him. There it is. Kick is up and is no good.
Wide left.
That was number 23. The kicker there for the Knights. Not Cooper Luke, but 23 is Rayner. Cooper Rayner.
But still with a 24-point lead. 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Feeling confident right now. Mm-hmm. Defense having a really good game. They did give up a touchdown the last drive, but by and large, only giving up 6 points through essentially the first 3 quarters. Offense finding a lot of success here in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is an offense. You said 6 points from an offense that has put up some pretty interesting numbers all throughout the season. 28 points last week, 19 points the week before, 20 points, 14, then 39, 37, 33. They've had some success as far as offensively.
They have, and we've seen a little bit of success, through the passing game, but our defense bend but don't break mentality, letting them maybe pick up some yards, just keeping them out of the end zone for a majority of the game so far.
Cooper Luke, line drive, kick, comes down to the 6. It's up to the 10, to the 15, 20, 25. Brought down to the 26-yard line, maybe got up to the 27.
Yeah, great job by the kickoff team, by the Gunners on there to get downfield quick and not give up that big return. BLE, they're going to mark him down, I think, right at the 27-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 where Choctaw Central takes over on this drive. If you're just joining us, a fairly low-score first quarter. West Lauderdale goes into the half with a 9-0 lead, has come out blazing here in the third quarter, scored 21 points to have a 30-6 lead with 1:41 left in the third quarter. Choctaw Central looking over to the sideline, waiting to get the signal. 2 wide receivers to the near side.
Wesley, 2 receivers to his left side, looking to pass. Intended receiver number 6 makes the connection at the 34-yard line, moves up to the 35-yard line. Ball comes free, but I believe he was down.
Yeah, he was laying on the ground whenever that ball came out. But again, that's where we're seeing them have success passing the ball. That one was about an 8-yard pass downfield. He kind of just stops and turns and waits on it on the left side, on the near side, if you will. Just finding a lot of success. Clock still running, 1 minute, 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
2nd down and 2 for the Warriors. Warriors in a pistol formation, 2 receivers to that far side now. Moving right to left, handoff goes to Morris, number 23, and he'll be stopped shy, and it may have gotten a Knight with a face mask there.
Yeah,
I saw that helmet kind of turn backwards. And
that flag came in right around where you would see a face mask penalty called. And if that's the case, that'll be a 15 yards and an automatic first down. And that's exactly what it is, personal foul, face mask against the Knights. So that's going to put the ball right around the 45-yard line and be an automatic first down.
I kind of snicker because I'm looking over to the Jumbotron over there and see the animated face mask penalty.
We got to get one of those.
Yes. I don't know. We may have too much fun with it. Put the ball just on the Warriors side of the 50. First down and 10 for the Warriors. Two receivers to this near side. Wesley in the shotgun, has Morris to his left. Wesley looking over the field, throwing deep. He's got a man, but about 5 yards away from him. He's got an arm.
He does. He's got a cannon, no doubt. He threw that one about 50 yards in the air.
Yeah, I've heard of throwing your receivers open.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cooper Luke in the coverage on that one, and solid coverage. But again, that ball just uncatchable by anyone's definition. But honestly, had that ball been catchable, I think it'd have been more catchable for our guy, for Luke, than it would be for the receiver.
Second down and 10 from midfield. Wesley looking to pass and hit as he threw the ball, but was he out of bounds?
I think he had 2 feet in bounds.
That was an outstanding catch by number 1, Cruz Wilson. Gets a first down for the Warriors inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, but how about the getting those 2 feet in?
Yeah, it was
that was like
close.
NFL catch right there.
Yeah, I mean, that'd have been a legal catch at any level, but, Tim McDonald, good coverage there. That's just a better throw and catch. No fault on anyone, just a good play all around.
So drive continues. 30 seconds remains here in the third quarter. Once again, Knights lead 30-6, but the Warriors still marching into West Lauderdale territory here from on the 39-yard line. Wesley looking to pass. Wesley throwing deep, has a receiver number 6, and he comes up huge with the reception inside the 10-yard line. Gathings was right there on the spot trying to break the pass free, and number 6 pulls it down.
Absolutely, and that potentially could be the last play of the third quarter. Just 14 seconds left, and
Tyrus Stokes was the receiver there. Once again, the Warriors have it. First down and goal from the 6. Warriors once again in that heavy package. Wesley comes out of the game, and Morris gets the handoff, direct snap, and he gets hit hard at the line of scrimmage.
The last time they were down there, he hurdles and picks up big yardage.
I think the defense remembered that.
He tried to jump that time, and he got met midair.
12 minutes remain. Fourth quarter is right after this. 30-6 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
Imagine an elderly woman steadily carrying a pot of boiling water in her kitchen. Nervous shaking with the weight of the pot, the water edges dangerously close to spilling over. Who do you see? A loved one? If so, it's time to make the call. From personal care to memory care to transportation, Home Instead Care professionals help older adults live safe and happy lives at home. Visit homeinstead.com, call 809, or call the local number 601-286-3242. Ben and Sharisa Shirley, owners.
Hey, we're your West Lauderdale Knight class of 2024, and you're listening to Q101.
Clint, hold up those 4 fingers. You got 12 minutes remaining. The Knights had a 9-0 lead at half, have a 30-6 lead now, but the Warriors are threatening. That's a weird 4-finger. There, nope, that's not it either. No, especially not that one.
But you're right, Lee. We are coming into the fourth quarter with a 24-point lead. However, Choctaw Central knocking on the door. They have the first and goal on the West Lauderdale 6-yard line after second and goal. Big pitch and catch to get it down inside the 10. Tried a direct snap up the middle and was met at the line of scrimmage violently to bring up a second down after no gain on the run. But second and goal on the 6, which is how we start to this fourth quarter.
Definitely been impressed with the passing game during this drive.
During the game?
Yeah, during the whole game. Wesley in shotgun formation does have Morris to his right. Receiver on each side of the field for him. Wesley backpedals, looks to his right, throws right, and incomplete pass will bring up third down and goal from the 6.
All right, so what this does for a pass-heavy offense, anytime you have a goal to go like this, it shrinks the field. This is a team that has lived, with a big cushion. The defensive backs, given the cushion, And you don't do that whenever you're only operating on about a 15-yard field, including the 10 yards in the end zone.
I think the Warriors are going to take a timeout. We're going to stay here in action since we just came from commercial break, but 11:55 remains here in the fourth quarter, in the football game, 30-6 in favor of the Knights. The Knights, once again, had a 9-0 lead coming out of halftime and scored pretty quickly. Actually, 65 seconds into the third quarter, the Knights put up a touchdown on the board, which was actually Travion Mosley's second touchdown of the year. Got on the board and then quickly scored again, but the Warriors just will not go away. They're showing their talent in the air. Of course, headed up by first-year head coach Ed Routh. That's one of the things that we haven't really mentioned during the game. This is a defensive coach. We've seen how good the defense has played against the West Lauderdale Knights tonight. But you got a team that has had success offensively throughout the year. But when you have a first-year head coach coming from the defensive side, you got to wonder what it's like for him to really head the ship.
Yeah, you see that at every level. Like, my mind goes to, like, Mississippi State. Zach Arnett, the defensive coordinator, taking over as a head coach this year, and it's a big transition for a coach at any level to go into that, to go from a coordinator where you have the safety net of the head coach being there to you being the guy. And we've already talked about they don't have a good record by any stretch. They're 0-7, looking to be 0-8, but they are a tough 0-7 team. They put up points. They just haven't had the ball bounce their way.
Third down and goal from the 6. Wesley going to be a quarterback keeper. Looks to go to this left-hand or right-hand side, but he will be taken down. Number 14, Carson Smith, jars the football loose, and the Knights will jump on top of it by Carson Smith there.
They may call forward progress being down.
How?
Well, he was getting blown
are you
backwards.
talking about his time? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
The whistle blown before the ball? Okay.
Well, yeah, I think they said his forward progress had been stopped. He was getting thrown backwards. Either way, that's going to bring up 4th and goal on the 25-yard line.
However, this kind of helps out Choctaw.
What do they? They're going to mark him on the 20. They're going to say that's where his progress was stopped.
Like you were referring to a few moments ago, this gives Choctaw room to heave it like they've been doing, and they've had a lot of success throwing deep. 4th down, goal to go from the 20. 2 receivers to the right-hand side. But Carson Smith is bringing up another quarterback sack.
I think that was actually a design run.
Mm-hmm. Quarterback looking to pass, throws, and does he come up with it? No, incomplete pass, and the Knights will take over on the 20.
Yeah, even if he had caught it, he'd have been tackled at the 5. I mean, he was being smothered by, I believe that's Jet Calvert. That was all over him, number 24. So, the ball does fall incomplete, so the Knights are going to take over on their own 20-yard line, but
that would be Carson Smith's 17th tackle for loss on the season.
It's a pretty good number, Lee.
Yeah.
And when you say tackle for loss, that one went backwards by like 14 yards.
So the Knights, who have put up 21 points in the second half, have a chance to extend that.
Yep, 30-6 with 11:14 left in the game.
Mosley wide left, and I believe that's Radcliffe wide right. And Mosley going in motion. He'll get the jet sweep to that far side, up to the 25, and stumbles over his own feet. We've seen that a couple of times from Mosley.
Yeah, that's just bad luck. But I mean, a solid run. It's gonna I think they're going to give him credit for about an 9-yard carry, but still tackled by his own feet. Tripped him up. But either way, 2nd down and 1 on the 29-yard line, moving from right to left as you look at your radio.
2 receivers to the right, but handoff to Collins. Collins to the 35. Collins still on his feet as he crosses to the 40 to the 42-yard line. Just amazing how he stays on his feet to get those extra yards. And
absolutely. That's going to be, a 13-yard carry, I believe? And he's well over 100. Mm-hmm. He had close to 80.
70 yards coming in.
Yeah, 70 yards in the first half. And he's got, I would say, at least that in the second half.
In that first drive coming out of halftime, he had about 35, 40 yards, so I believe. First down and 10 for the Knights. 1 receiver on each side of the field for the Knights. KP looking over his right shoulder. KP looking to pass. Got his receiver out, Tony Radcliffe. He still comes up with a football after being manhandled
he
around
got mugged before that ball got there. But you're right, Lee. Great concentration by Radcliffe to bring that one in when it looked like he was getting ridden by defensive back.
Radcliffe had an outstanding football game last week and made a beautiful catch over the shoulder to get a touchdown in the air. I think that's something that he needed coming into this late of the season. Handoff to Collins. Collins comes to this near side, 45, 40, cuts back inside to the 35, stayed on his feet to about the 33-yard line. Another first down, and once again, he came into this football game, I believe, about 16 yards away from 1,100.
Yeah, he's easily over 12 now. Collins checking out. Looks like is that Mosley coming in to run?
Yep. I believe we have another receiver coming into the game too. Levi Grader onto that right-hand side. Handoff to Mosley. Mosley to the 30. Mosley to the 25.
All right, I absolutely love it. 4 plays ago, Mosley trips over his own feet, and now you see him bouncing off of defenders, bouncing off of his own guys. Hard run, able to, pick up a first down on there. So 1st and 10 for the Knights on the Choctaw Central 23-yard line.
Yeah, this is huge playing time for the Mosley, a freshman. He gets the call to go to the right-hand side, and he's to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And Travion will get his second touchdown of the night. And I just about to say before that play happened, this is huge playing time that he's been able to get that normally he's really not able to get because of the close ball games that West Lauderdale's had over the past few weeks.
What we're about, surely you're about to start seeing when you see the Knights with a 30, potentially 31-point lead here, extra point pending. You're about to see some younger guys get some playing time. Guys that.
Come on, Cooper Rayner, get this in there.
Hey, a new kicker.
Extra point attempt. Look at there. It's good. Cooper Rayner with the extra point. We're going to need you next year. Just under 9 minutes left. 37-6 in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
Shop Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville now through October 24th for these specials and more. CAB chuck roast $5.69 a pound, 12-ounce Carolina Pride bacon $3.99, assorted hamburger helper 2 for $3, assorted Red Baron Classic Pizza $5.49, 45-ounce Blue Bonnet Bowl $3.49, and 2-liter Piggly Wiggly drinks just $1.09. Remember steak night on Thursdays from 3 to 7 at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
Piggly Wiggly.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knights football.
8:59 remains here in the football game, and Travion Mosley with the second touchdown of the night extends the lead to 31. It's 37-6 in favor of the Knights. Cooper Luke's kickoff deep around the 10, 15-yard line, brings it up to the 20, 25, 30, about 30-yard line. This is a dangerous return team.
It is. We've seen them have success, all season with a kick return team, and great job by the Knights, basically keeping them in check all night long. They are going to start. They're going to mark them right on the 30, I believe.
Don't forget, Knight fans, I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to, we're always saying we'd love to have you on the radio station here at Q101, but I'm going to go ahead and encourage you. Be at the Kingdom Thursday night. Huge game for the district title next week against Newton County. Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Going to be a pass attempt here for the Warriors, and complete. Goes into Knight territory, but did it not look like he got a little extra jump?
Yes. I'm trying to find a polite way to say he's been doing it all night, and the referees are just watching it happen. But, I guess that's, in baseball, when a team's getting beat by double-digit runs in the ninth inning, your strike zone gets pretty big.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what we're seeing here.
That was a 23-yard pass, and they have shown out in the air, but not much to show for it for the Warriors. But once again, first down and 10 in Knight territory. Another pass attempt, and that's another completion to number 2. And he'll be brought down after a first down is made to the 31-yard line.
And again, we saw this the last drive. They got down to, I believe, 1st and goal in the 6, and stalled out. So the defense, again, with that bend but don't break mentality, giving up a fair amount of yardage but just not a whole lot of points. And I think what we're also seeing is you've got some guys on the field that are getting some fresh playing time.
Mm-hmm. First and 10 from the 31 of the Knights. Warriors. Wesley looking to pass again. Going toward number 6 and incomplete.
I thought
he was about to have a one-handed catch there.
I thought he was
to the
about
end
to
zone.
get absolutely planted. 17. That's Javion Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he had a beeline on him. Had he caught that ball, we may have been toting that receiver off on a stretcher.
Just under 8 minutes to play. 37-6 is your score in favor of the Knights.
Second down to 10 after the incomplete pass.
Vaughn is to the left, to the right of Wesley.
You have any idea how hard it is not to sing Sweet Caroline when I hear the band playing it?
Looking to pass deep. He's got a receiver in the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. I don't know if the little hesitation stopped our cornerback from staying in the pocket of the receiver, but I think just a little hesitation, maybe a pump fake there from Wesley. I think that allowed the receiver number 2 to just basically be on an island, Keyshawn Ben, in the end zone for a touchdown. Warriors eat into the Knights' lead. 37-12 now. Extra point. All extra points tonight, or field goals by the Warriors, have been blocked. There's the snap. The kick is up, and this one is going to be good. 13-37 now. 7:53 remains here in the football game. We'll be back on Q101.
All-Star Team Sports is here to get you in the game, no matter what you're looking for. From football helmets, shoulder pads, mouth guards, receiver gloves, T-shirts, local team jerseys, hoodies, caps, and even stadium seats with your favorite local team's logo on it. You'll always call the right play when you team up with All-Star Team Sports.
1100 24th Avenue, or check them out on Facebook.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale night football.
Welcome back here to Choctaw Central. 31-yard pass from Wesley to Keyshawn Ben gives the Warriors 7 extra points after the extra point. 13-37 now in favor of the Knights. Just under 8 minutes to play here at Choctaw Central. Started to see some.
What do you think coming out in this drive? Are we going to start seeing some awesome offensive players get subbed in?
I think so. I think you'll probably continue to see number 7 man the field, but just like we saw earlier, we started to see like Levi Grader, and there's on the field kick here. Hunter Moore with the reception there to the 40. Hunter Moore up to the 45, and Hunter Moore wants that football. But
oh yeah, he well, that dude does not fall backwards.
No.
He is always going to get an extra yard or two at the point of contact for the tackle. He runs so stinking hard. It's really fun to watch.
I talked to him yesterday. I went to the football field.
Did you buy him breakfast too?
No, I didn't buy him breakfast. He didn't have to buy me breakfast. I sat down there right there with him. I said, so who's going to be taking your spot next year? I don't know. I said, well, who are you grooming? And he started naming me these players and everything. But I believe we do have some new Knights on the field because they got confused on where they were going.
Yeah, both sides. It looks like we had players on the wrong side of the ball.
Another quarterback. My assumption was wrong. KP takes the sidelines, and we have Travion Mosley to midfield. Travion Mosley stays on his feet, out of bounds inside the Warrior 40-yard line. But we have Cody Pickford coming in for quarterback.
Yeah, I believe we saw Pickford, one play last week. Didn't go great.
No.
So already better this week. Excited to see that.
Number 31, Levi Grader, is wide left. I believe that's 29, Ashton Radcliffe. Wide right for Cody Pickford. Mosley is the back to his left, and I believe we might have seen some illegal motion there for the Knights.
Yeah, that's going to be a procedure call against the Knights. Going to bring out first down and 15 on the Choctaw 42, I believe. Yeah, they're going to mark it on the 42-yard line. So
Which it looked to be a jet sweep for the Knights, but the illegal motion will stop that. And also Max Dickinson. That's who Hunter Moore said that he was grooming to be next year's H-back. He is on that left-hand side of the line. High snap. Cody brings it down, but he does not have anywhere to go. So he'll be dropped about 5-yard loss.
yeah, that's going to be a after the penalty. That's going to bring up second down and probably 19.
Mm-hmm. It's that split second that you lose there when a high snap is made, and you have to jump up for the football and bring it down. By then, you're giving those defensive linemen, especially going against some younger offensive linemen. Stop here in action. Defense going to call timeout. We're going to stay here in action. 6.5 minutes left to play. 37-13 in favor of the Knights, but a lot of new faces on that offensive unit due to the point differential here.
Yeah, you've got a lead like this late in the game. Like you said, Lee, 6.5 minutes. You've got a 24-point lead. Able to get some guys some playing time that don't see a whole lot of the field during the regular season, during games.
This is huge for next year.
It is, because, I mean, we've got a lot of our skill position guys that are going to be graduating off. And so to be able to get them some quality playing time in a district game like this, even though the game is, pretty much decided at this point, always good to get that experience on some of our younger guys, some of the underclassmen. And truthfully, I mean, looking at what Choctaw Central has on the field, I mean, they're essentially going against the number ones over there. And we're so excited to see how this works out. And, just excited to see them be able to get this playing time that they don't get a whole lot of.
Again, that's two receivers to the near side, Radcliffe and Grader for the Knights. Cody Pickford hands the ball off to Mosley. Mosley to the 35, to the 30, out of bounds. He'll get the first down.
Yep.
Mosley is just having a pretty good game here in the second half.
He's trying to get his 100-yard game as well, I believe.
He may have it.
Yeah, we'll check the statistics whenever they're sent to us after the game. We'll let you know. But
initially they're calling third down. I thought he got the first down, but they're going to say he was about a yard shy of a first down.
On the second down and 19, we'll take a third down and 1.
Yeah. So once again, you have a freshman running back. You have a freshman quarterback. You have a freshman in the slot here, number 29, Ashton Radcliffe. I'm sorry, he's a junior. High snap again, loses control of the football, and that'll be another drop, a loss. Those are the things you're going to have to work out.
Yeah, and you hate to see it, but honestly, that's the kind of things that happen whenever you get in to all these underclassmen, all these young guys get some playing time. And
Fourth down and 4. I'm pretty sure that the Knights will keep their offense on the field.
Oh, yeah, they are, and we're seeing even a couple more substitutions.
Once again, Pickford in as quarterback keeper. Pickford will not get the first down. It'll be about 2 yards shy. And be a turnover on downs for the Knights.
5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the game.
Pretty sure you're going to start. I don't know. I don't see many of the new faces on defense. See a lot of the originals coming back out. You may see that change after a couple plays, but
I'm seeing a couple of new jerseys, some white jerseys coming out. Or even more so, I'm not seeing some guys that I normally do see on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, we've got number 44, which we don't have on roster, so we do apologize for that. But 44 is defensive end. And the 55 is Ross Clearman. You can't miss him. That's a big old boy. Freshman. Wesley looking to pass deep, and Tim McDonald almost had his third interception. I'll have to buy him breakfast next week again.
Yeah, McDonald being all over the field. The drum corps is picking it up over here.
I will have to remind him that I started out as good day.
Yeah, see if you can get credit for one of them.
Bring up second down and 10. For just now joining us, I told the story earlier that Tim McDonald and I met at Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville this morning, and I was generous. I paid for his breakfast. And he's had a pretty nice game tonight. Two interceptions. Wesley looking to pass and gets hit hard. That is number 12 for the Knights, Jake Rogers.
That's going to bring up third down and very long. I believe third down and 17? Yep. So the offense for Choctaw going the wrong way on this drive. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left. West Lauderdale with a 24-point lead, 37-13. And one thing we're not seeing a whole lot of new faces in there for Choctaw.
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to maybe shrink the deficit a little bit. So good job by these underclassmen doing their job.
Looking to pass deep, and may get called for a pass interference here. And that's when you're going stride for stride with a receiver, and the receiver stops, turns around, and you're still running, you're going to get called pretty much every time.
Yeah,
and he's trying to plead his case. I know what he's trying to do as far as the defender there, but you can't get in his way.
Yeah, and you see that at every level of the game. Whenever you're running stride for stride and it's a short and underthrow, the receiver sees it, the defensive back doesn't. And when he tries to slow down, stop, go back, and you run into one another, and 10 times out of 10, you're going to get flagged for defensive pass interference on that. And what that means is on a third down and quarter mile.
Bring up third down and 2 now.
Go from a third and 17 to third and 2 here for Choctaw Central.
One receiver to the far side, one to this near side, but I'm pretty sure Wesley or Morris will get the carry here. But no, they're going to let it pass. Pass and interception. That is Jet Calvert. Another interception for the night, and the Knights will take over at the 30-yard line. Jet Calvert comes up huge with an interception there around the 37-yard line. Gets 7 on the return.
Great job by the defense there. Again, after the penalty to go from third and 17 to a third and 2 to force the turnover, third turnover, I guess. I know it's the third interception. They've turned the ball over downs a couple of times, so the defense just playing great tonight.
4:39 remains here in the football game. 37-13 is the score in favor of the Knights.
I can't get over how loud our band is over there. We're separated by 100 yards. And
Cody Pickford in at quarterback once again. Shotgun formation. Hands off to number 34, I believe, for the Knights. Douglas Rowe, junior running back. And he'll step aside and bring in another running back. This new number 20, Jeremiah Summerall. So a host of running backs getting some action tonight.
Third down and 6, third down and 5, second down and 5 for the Knights on the Choctaw Central 25-yard line.
Pistol formation for Pickford. Summerall is directly behind him. Summerall will get the call to the 25. Summerall down to the 22-yard line. So bring up third down and 2. Once again, they're on the Warrior side of the field.
3 minutes and 49 seconds left in this game. West Lauderdale still nursing a 24-point lead and driving.
On the 22-yard line. Summerall beat to the right-hand side of Pickford. 2 receivers to this left-hand side, this near side. High snap, Pickford to bring it down. Pickford going to be stopped about a yard shy of the first down, maybe about a half yard shy for the first down.
So we've seen that a few times here in the fourth quarter, just that high snap, and Pickford able to go up and get it every time, but it's causing a timing mix-up. But that is going to bring up fourth down, and I think they mark him right at a yard shortly. So fourth down and 1.
Pistol formation for Pickford. Summerall behind him. Summerall get the carry, and I believe everybody thought the running back was getting it, and
a flag came
nowhere
in.
to go.
That may be a hold against West Lauderdale, but we'll find out here pretty quick.
Clock is stopped, 2:49. Flag is thrown around the 22-yard line. Still awaiting the official. It's going to be a hold against the Knights, and there'll be a decline, and
That'll be a
turnover.
Yeah, turnover on downs after that run for no gain on the 4th and 1. Actually, maybe a loss of a yard. But either way, that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Warriors on their own 22-yard line. 22.
So the Warriors still got the first team offense coming back out on the field. Starting to see a couple more wider jerseys take the football field.
Hey, the dancing crab was back for a second on the scoreboard.
Was he?
He was.
There's one football player on the field that I want to say something about. I've got to talk to a gentleman about this past week. Was it another interception? Yes, it is. The Knights, or are they going to say incomplete?
Yeah, they're going to say incomplete. Wesley down. Quarterback gets absolutely drilled by 25.
Well, he's been coming up gingerly over the last few times. But
Cade Germany gets a solid hit on quarterback for Choctaw Central and Wesley. And
I believe that's Cade's last play of the game. He comes out. But number 79 for the Knights, big old gentleman named Patrick Dodd. I've heard a lot of good things about him. Freshman, 341 pounds. But I've heard some good things, how he's taken the game of football and learning it, and he's going to be a pretty good addition for the West Lauderdale Knights.
That's a lot of 14-year-olds.
Yeah. He is right now defensive lineman on that right-hand side, alongside of another freshman, Ross Clearman. Two of those gentlemen. Ross Clearman's every bit of 6'4", 6'5". Wesley, shotgun formation. Wesley backpedals, looking to pass. I'm sorry, that's not Wesley. That's number 2. And what a great job defender for the Knights. That's Kendrick Brown. Did a wonderful job holding those hands up, not interfering with the receiver. But as soon as he saw that receiver turn around and put his hands up, Kendrick put his hands up and got in the way of the receiver and knocked the ball away.
Absolutely. He was running stride for stride the whole time. Also, the side referee over there just threw that ball about 45 yards in the air, standing still.
Suit him up.
That's right.
That was number 2 with the pass, Keyshawn Ben. Once again, Wesley out of the football game after he was planted a few moments ago by Cade Germany. Third down and 10 for the Warriors. Ben comes to the quarterback keeper, comes to this near side. Looked like a block in the back, and I believe he's going to get called for it.
The play, if it stands, which it's not going to, would be a first down run, quarterback keeper. But that's a block in the back, downfield, so they're going to have to repeat third down.
Once again, flag on the play brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent
Chris McDonald. No relation to Tim McDonald, right?
Not sure.
I haven't heard. We'll find out. Lee, that's your homework for the week.
In the voice of Forrest Gump, they are of no relation, sir.
All right, so after the block in the back, that's actually going to take it from 3rd and 10 to about 3rd and 6 because of how far downfield that penalty happened. So negating the big first down run, repeating third down, 3rd and 6 for the Warriors here on their own 26-yard line.
Ben still in the football game as the quarterback. Undershoots his intended receiver, and when you bring in a receiver as quarterback, and I'm not sure how much Ben has had action at quarterback, but you got to think that gets the rhythm off a little bit.
Yeah, but after that incomplete pass, 4th down and 6, 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game.
Knights lead 37-13. This was a 9-0 game at half, and I say that because, I mean, it was a defensive battle for the first 24 minutes of the football game.
Knights may have to take a timeout here. They've got too many guys on the field.
Two receivers left for Ben and the Warriors. Ben runs to his left and He's going to be tackled at the 31-yard line, short of the first down. So turnover on downs. Nice job for the defense that has a lot of freshmen on that football field right now.
Absolutely, because honestly, at first glance, I thought he was going to be able to pick it up. But the Knights able to step up, stop him short. I think he needed 6. He picked up about 5.5. But that is going to be a 1st and 10 for the Knights with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game.
I know that we're toward the end of the football game, but I would love it for those young Knights that are getting out on that football field right now to get a touchdown.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, think about it. They practice just as long, just as hard. They've done the 2 days and the spring workouts and the summer workouts, and obviously every day during the season practices.
Number 34 for the Knights gets the handoff.
They're going to mark him down for about a 7-yard carry.
Douglas Rowe gets the handoff for about 7 yards.
It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 3 here for the Knights. Less than 2 minutes on the game clock showing. As they're looking over the sideline, looking to the coaching staff to get the play signaled in. They've got it. Pickford still at quarterback.
Hand it off to Rowe once again. Going to be a loss of 2 yards, bring up 3rd down 5.
Yeah, I think we're looking at an entire 2nd string, 3rd string here getting some playing time, and you got to love it for these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like I was just saying, they've put in just as many, hours sweating on the practice field and the workouts and then the weight room, watching film. So
you know what? They may be able to stay on the football field if they could get a 1st down.
Yeah,
go in victory formation.
I don't know.
Early movement's going to cause the Knights to get a 1st down. And I believe that's going to be the case. So the Knights, once again, 1:03 left here in the football game. Encroachment against, well, I say that. They're going to call the side judge in to see if he was drawn offsides maybe. But if this is encroachment, this will give the Knights a 1st down, and definitely victory formation will be in store.
No, they're going to say false start against the offense.
So 3rd down and 10 now for the Knights with 1:03 remaining. They should start this clock up. Called for it. There he goes. Once again, Pickford, freshman quarterback, in. Handoff to Rowe. Rowe has been met in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down and 13 following that loss on the play. 45 seconds remain.
Yeah, they're going to be able to take this clock down to about 15 seconds, I believe. Somewhere between 15 and 20 before they have to snap the ball. But 4th down and 13, probably just hand the ball off.
How long do you think it would take for a quarterback or a running back to get from the 35-yard line to run it all the way back to about the 10?
Probably not 20 seconds.
You don't think so?
Yeah, they're going to take it down and call a timeout. They're going to milk this clock all the way. Well, maybe not. They're just
9 seconds remaining. 7.
Are they not going to make them
5. 2, 1. Are they going to call ball game? Ball game.
There you go.
Knights 37-13 victory over the Choctaw Central Warriors. The Warriors remain winless in this season, but the Knights moved to 8-1 on the season, and it's a battle for the championship, the district championship, next Thursday in Collinsville against the Newton County Cougars. How about that to set up an awesome game next Thursday night at the Kingdom? Hopefully you'll be there. Once again, the Knights defeat the Choctaw Central Warriors 37-13. We'll be back with the post-game show after 3 minutes here on Q101.
Do you need a low-rate loan? You can trust Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union. We have competitive rates on tailored loan options for cars, home renovations, and debt consolidations. Stop by Meridian Mutual for your loan today.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service, but the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Shop Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville now through October 24th for these specials and more. CAB chuck roast $5.69 a pound, 12-ounce Carolina Pride bacon $3.99, assorted hamburger helper 2 for $3, assorted Red Baron Classic Pizza $5.49, 45-ounce Blue Bonnet Bowl $3.49, and 2-liter Piggly Wiggly drinks just $1.09. Remember steak night on Thursdays from 3 to 7 at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
Piggly Wiggly.
All-Star Team Sports is here to get you in the game, no matter what you're looking for. From football helmets, shoulder pads, mouth guards, receiver gloves, T-shirts, local team jerseys, hoodies, caps, and even stadium seats with your favorite local team's logo on it. You'll always call the right play when you team up with All-Star Team Sports.
1124th Avenue, or check them out on Facebook.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knight football team.
Go Knights! Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knight football. With the clock on the scoreboard reading all zeros, let's send it back out to Lee and Clint one final time for their thoughts on tonight's game and a brief preview of next week's matchup on your official post-game show, fueled by Regions Bank, Family Flea Market, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, and your home for West Lauderdale Knights football, Q101.
Once again, the Knights defeat the Warriors of Choctaw Central 37-13, and just looking over the history between these two teams, West Lauderdale has now won 13 out of 14 against the Choctaw Central Warriors. The Knights had a 9-point advantage going into the locker room at halftime, put up 21 points in the third quarter. Another touchdown in the fourth quarter, and that's, of course, the Knights 37-13. But here's how they ended up like this. The second half was the Travion Mosley show. 22-yard touchdown run got the Knights to 15. Extra point was good. KP would add on a 16-yard touchdown run. 22, two-point conversion from Cooper Luke got the Knights to 24-0. Number 5 for the Warriors, number 5 being their quarterback, Cooper Wesley, got a nice little touchdown run of 10 yards earlier tonight, made it 24-6. Extra point was blocked. Hunter Moore wanted to get in on the action, got a 1-yard touchdown run, 30-6. There was the third touchdown of the night in the third quarter for Hunter Moore. Fourth quarter turned around. Travion Mosley had a 22-yard touchdown run in the third quarter. He wanted to match that. He added a yard too. 23-yard touchdown run, made it 36-6. Extra point from Cooper Rayner was good, 37-6, and then of course, the last points of the night came from a 31-yard pass from Wesley to number 2, Keyshawn Ben. 37-12. Extra point was good, and that's where we stand, 37-13. A little defensive battle for the remaining portion of the football game, but a lot of young Knights got out there on the football field. Much needed, important playing time, especially. I know this is still 2023, but more importantly, getting on the football field, getting some playing experience for 2024, very important, as the Knights have had some close football games throughout this year, not able to do that like normally over the past few years. And that's what really has been their success is being able to get some experience with some football players in real football action over the previous few years of having some games that they've been able to do that.
Well, what it does for you whenever you're able to get this experience level up for these underclassmen, for these younger guys, is you're able to bypass your typical rebuilding years and just call it a reload. And you see that in your perennial powerhouses at every level of the game, because you're not just bringing in rookies. You're not bringing in inexperienced guys. You're bringing in guys who have been on the field in games that matter. And to be able to get that experience level up for some of these guys that you're going to have to rely on pretty heavily over the next year or two, it does just an incredible amount of benefit for your program moving forward.
Once again, this is your post-game show. The Knights once again moved to 8-1 on the season, 37-13 win over the Choctaw Central Warriors. They fall to 9-0, or excuse me, 0-8 on the season for the Choctaw Central Warriors. But a post-game show being brought to you by Family Flea Market, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, as well as Regions Bank. Thank you so very much for joining us throughout this post-game show. But once again, the Knights defeat the Choctaw Central Warriors 37-13. And how about some stats for you? We were talking about Caleb Collins, and I know we stay on his name, Caleb Collins, but whenever you turn in performances like he does week in and week out, you can't not talk about him. But he was flirting around with the 1,200-yard mark, of course, throughout the season. We'll see how far he got to that, maybe even surpassed it tonight. But the Knights on the ground, 53 rushes for 392 yards on the ground, 4 receptions for 49 yards. Remember, we had 3 receptions to start out, or to start out the second half, only added 1 more, 49 yards in the air, 392 on the ground. On the flip side of that, Choctaw Central, 27 rushes, 65 yards, had a great night in the air, 20 receptions for 251 yards. 20 receptions is I think, very, very successful in high school football anywhere you look at, right?
Yeah, absolutely. A majority of your high school football programs are going to be run heavy first, like we see with West Lauderdale and a majority of our competitors. It takes a special program to be able to have that kind of success in the air, and that's another reason why I feel like this game's kind of dragged on a little bit. Is, whenever you're putting the ball that many times in the air, when it falls, you can incomplete pass this clock stoppage, but yeah, I mean, you just don't see that kind of success a whole lot in the air.
How about on the ground for the Knights? 19 rushes for 164 yards. Caleb Collins, we'll see how far that gets him. He had 1,082 coming into tonight's ball game. Once again, 19 rushes, 164 yards. That gets him 1,246 yards. Unofficially, 1,246 yards at the completion of tonight. So he'll be, of course, trying to get to 13, maybe even 1,400 yards by the end of next week, but we'll have to see. Travion Mosley, the game of his life, the early career, freshman, 7 rushes, 104 yards. I don't know if you can break that down as far as how many per rushes. Can you do a little calculator real quick?
Absolutely, I
7
can.
rushes for 104 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 1 a 22-yarder, 1 a 23-yarder.
That is just under 15 yards a carry.
And KP, we almost had 3 guys with 100 yards tonight. KP with 11 rushes for 85 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. 11 rushes for 85 yards for KP. Travion, 104 yards, and Caleb Collins, 164 yards. But a total of 392 yards on the ground tonight. What an outstanding job on the ground tonight, and most of that coming in the second half.
All right, so what that means is you have 3 guys. KP averaging over 7 yards a carry, Caleb Collins averaging almost 9 yards a carry, and then you've got Mosley averaging almost 15 yards a carry. That is what you call success on the ground.
All right, we're not going to go through all of the Choctaw Central Warriors stats, but they were led on the ground by Morris, number 23, with 15 rushes for 36 yards. In the air for the Warriors, outstanding job for number 5, 20 of 41 tonight, 251 yards in the air, 1 touchdown. And I think more, what showed out tonight was the receivers going and get the footballs and get they were covered. Most of the time, the Knights were right there in their pocket, and they still came down with those footballs many times. But leading the way for the Warriors, number 1 for the Warriors, 94 yards in the air on 5 receptions, that being Cruz Wilson. Number 2, Keyshawn Ben. Keyshawn Ben had 6 receptions, 79 yards in the air, 1 touchdown. Number 6, Tyrus Stokes had 5 catches for 61 yards. Those led the players for the Choctaw Central Warriors. But what an outstanding job once again.
Dude, how about this? You talked about these receivers, Cruz Wilson Jr.,
young team,
Keyshawn Ben Jr., Tyrus Stokes, sophomore. These are guys we're going to see again next year.
All right, we're going to take a step aside 1 minute and come right back with the Elite Flooring Scoreboard. Once again, we're going to come back once again for 1 minute as we continue your post-game show. Once again, being brought to you by Family Flea Market, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, as well as Regions Bank. We want to kind of clear up the playoff picture a little bit of what we can tell you for next week and maybe 2 weeks from now as well. But the completion of this game, 37-13, the Knights defeat the Choctaw Central Warriors. We'll continue your post-game show after 1 minute here on Q101.
Do you need a low-rate loan? You can trust Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union. We have competitive rates on tailored loan options for cars, home renovations, and debt consolidations. Stop by Meridian Mutual for your loan today.
All-Star Team Sports is here to get you in the game, no matter what you're looking for. From football helmets, shoulder pads, mouth guards, receiver gloves, T-shirts, local team jerseys, hoodies, caps, and even stadium seats with your favorite local team's logo on it. You'll always call the right play when you team up with All-Star Team Sports.
1100 24th Avenue, or check them out on Facebook.
Can't make the game? The Knights are live on Q101, the app, the Echo, and Q101radio.net.
Well, once again, the post-game show being brought to you by Regions Bank, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, and let me turn the page here. Family Flea Market. But right now we want to turn our attention to the Elite Flooring Scoreboard as the Knights move to 3-0 in district play. Also, from what we understand, Newton County moves to 3-0 in region play with a huge victory over Leake Central. Is that correct?
That is. We'll give you some scores from the area, but the first one I do want to mention is what you're just talking about, Newton County hosting Leake Central tonight. Newton County coming out on top, 56-27. So big win. Sets up an even bigger game next week when you've got to have a 3-0 Newton County traveling to a 3-0 West Lauderdale, winner take all for the district championship. Somebody's going to come out number 1, somebody's going to come out number 2 in Region 4A.
And that what that means also is a huge game for Northeast Lauderdale and Choctaw Central next week. You could have a team that's rolling with an 0-8 record be the number 4 team in our district next week if Choctaw Central can defeat Northeast Lauderdale.
Let's hope not.
Northeast Lauderdale will be at home once again against Choctaw Central next week. Both of those teams, Choctaw Central 0-8, 0-2 record, it's now 0-3 record in the district. Northeast Lauderdale 4-5 with a 1-3 mark, 1-2. But with a win next week for Choctaw Central, both of them will be tied 1-3. Northeast Lauderdale, Choctaw Central will have the tiebreaker due to the head-to-head. So that's how that would work. And
again, we'll wait and see what happens. But some other scores that you might be interested in, and I know we're getting ready to wrap it up. Lamar Raiders came out with a big win tonight over East Rankin Academy, 49-7.
And that's huge for them because they had lost 2 in a row.
Another big win that solidifies a playoff spot. Meridian High beating up on Petal tonight, 27-8. That game is going final. Kosciuszko and Houston. Kosciuszko falling to Houston, 54-35. Stringer and Leake County don't have a new score on that. Leake County up pretty big at the half, 22-6. Union and Sebastopol, that's going final. Union wins 56-21. Philadelphia 56-14 over Youth Pora. That one's going final. And then the game that we talked about being close at the half ended up not being close for the final. Louisville pulling way ahead and ended up winning over Mendenhall 41-16, and really showing why they're the number one team in 4A. Neshoba Central here we're in Philadelphia. Local team here ends up getting beat 27-3 on what I believe was their homecoming. So, yeah, it's a tough one. Maybe not homecoming. I know they were dressing up. Anyways.
Did you mention Kimber County?
I did not get to that one yet. Why don't you talk about that one? You know the coach pretty well over there.
Coach Darius Wren, former player at West Lauderdale, 36-35. Kemper County comes from behind and defeats Enterprise 36-35. So, congratulations to Kemper County Wildcats there.
Yeah, a couple more fairly close ones, not close in proximity, not really in score. Quitman over Forest, 35-14, and Northeast Jones beats Morton 30-14.
Once again, congratulations to the West Lauderdale Knights. Next week, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, and just a reminder, we mentioned this at the half, but Northeast Lauderdale, you're talking about them. They played last night. They, I believe, hosted Purvis. Purvis came to Northeast Lauderdale and ended up winning 35-16, I believe.
Well, the score here, 37-13, puts up a huge matchup next Thursday night at the Kingdom in Collinsville. I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to, and I hate to say this, but maybe just take the radio with you if you want to hear the broadcast. But we definitely need you in the stands. We know that Newton County is going to bring a huge following to the Kingdom next week. We got to outdo that. We got to get some fans in the seats there at the Kingdom. Let's fill it up. And let's root on the Knights. It'll be for the district championship of Region 4-4A.
Also senior night, so excited to recognize these guys that have poured their heart and soul into this program for the last several years. So come on out early as we recognize them as well before the game.
All right, for Clint, thank you very much. We'll even say it for Justin over there, manning the controls on the camera over there. Thank you very much to him as well. Back at the studio, we'll turn it back over to you. It's been a great West Lauderdale victory, 37-13 over the Choctaw Central Warriors. Once again, we're wrapping up the post-game show being brought to you by Family Flea Market, as well as Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union and Regions Bank. We'll see you next Thursday night, 6:30 here on Q101. Have a great weekend.